it makes no sense to say that black people can't figure this shit out. That would be crazy. Like it's
I think they have, bro.
Human being.
I mean, we need to throw in the towel now. Fuck it.
Yeah,
I think they have figured it out. I think they have figured it out.
No, exactly. I agree with you though.
I think they have figured it out.
Every black person on here then figured that shit out. And guess what? We learned that shit from other black people who figured that shit out. So the black people who don't have that shit figured out ain't fucking listening. That shit is self-inflicted. That's the fucking point.
Disagree.
Yeah, I'm not willing to hold that L by saying white people got that much power. Oh, nah, I'm not.
No one's saying that. No, I don't hear no one say that. But
I'm not saying you saying that, but I'm saying like the whole throw in the towel analogy. It's like a person throwing in the towel.
Still ain't heard nobody say that.
Oh my God, I didn't say.
Like where do y'all live that y'all having conversations that niggas is running around saying, "Oh man, it's over. It's over. Throw in the towel."
For 3 minutes and be cutting niggas off.
Nigga, be quiet. It's my goddamn Discord. I say what the fuck I want to say, right?
Yeah.
And I'm quiet, and I'm quiet a lot of the times too.
Yeah, okay. Me too.
So chill.
Nah, you chill.
No, I still don't know where these people is at. You know, that's just running around talking about the system all day. Y'all must have seen some 70s Phil Donahue TV shows and shit. I don't know who doing that.
Here come the BS. Here come the BS.
No, that must be people y'all know. We're not talking about the system.
All right, cool.
The fucking system said it was fucked up. But hold on, the system said it was fucked up. But that ain't good enough for nobody. If the system tells you it's fucked up, that's that. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. If the FBI tell you we arrest more black people than anybody over some simple shit, and you more likely to spend more time in fucking jail than anybody else, yeah, you ain't gonna believe that.
Doing simple shit.
Yeah, sure. Sure. No, I said more likely to be arrested. More likely to be arrested. Yeah. Everybody doing human shit. Everybody doing human shit. And I guess you straight and narrow. Oh, you straight and narrow. Yeah, okay. How many stop signs did you roll through? How many stop signs did you roll through on your way to work today?
So now somebody.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Perfect. Yeah, I bet you at least two. I bet you at least two.
In jail.
No, you.
Was random stop sign.
No, I'm saying you perfect though. You perfect. Oh, only do small. Oh, my bad. Oh, only do small. Okay, my bad. Only do small crimes.
Rolling through.
My bad. We only do big crimes. Oh, okay, I get it now.
You're not getting away.
If y'all, black folks, if y'all gonna do crime, only do small shit.
You're not getting away with that because you meant that shit.
No, you fine.
Yeah, that was
you roll through.
Niggas running stop signs.
Yeah, no, small crimes is okay. Small crimes is okay. Don't worry about it though. See, you can do that because you know why? Hey, you know why? Because most black people can afford to pay the ticket. Yeah, don't do no big crime.
I don't think that was your original point. I don't think that was your.
Yeah, mind your business though. Okay, you don't think it doesn't matter. Mind your business. I'm talking to Chef.
They said the water made them do it.
Mind my business.
MYOB. There you go.
Man, you going outside. You going outside. You said because niggas running
whatever. Guess where I'm going outside at though. Guess where I'm going outside at though. See the difference? See the difference where I'm going outside at? You said that 10 times before.
But guess what? The black people, listen, the black people that I know that go to prison, when they enter, they say that. When they come home, they say that. They never told me, never saying the nigga. They locked up because of the system. Where's these black
nobody's saying that. See, no, that's what you saying.
Y'all making that shit up.
You saying people running around talking about the system all day.
Same reason y'all said that Tookie.
Y'all running around saying other people are making excuses.
Y'all the same.
Y'all running around saying that.
Tookie.
Listen, if they in jail, they're being held accountable. Why are you mad?
I'm not mad.
If they're in jail, they're being held accountable. They go to that accountability. They're being held accountable. So what's the problem?
Yeah, and I'm saying that they hold themselves accountable also.
Oh, okay. Well, they ain't got no choice in there, right?
No, I'm saying even when they come home, they not sitting around. They say, "Yo, I made some bad choices, yo."
Yeah, they're gonna come home and do what?
They're
gonna come home and do what? Go get a job, right? They're gonna get a job.
Exactly, and not do the shit.
Okay, they're gonna get a job sweeping floors. Sweeping floors at Walmart, right? Hold on. Sweeping floors at Walmart. Hold on, let me finish.
They don't gotta go
for $21 an hour, right? Where they gonna live at? Who gonna give them health care? And I guess their wealth building strategy is out the window too, right? That's gone.
Wealth building, they ain't worry about that. They just trying to get through that day-to-day fucking life.
That's right. Go earn a decent living and take care of themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody want that. Go earn a decent living and take care of themselves, right?
Everybody has the opportunity to do that shit.
Okay. Everybody has the opportunity to go earn enough money for them to get whatever they want, right? This is there.
Not whatever they want, but I want a fucking
not whatever they want, but say you want something decent. Say you want something decent, something nice. I think on one of our earlier shows we did the math on how much you would have to make an hour at work to afford a 2-bedroom apartment, have a car from maybe a 10-year-old car, some health insurance, life insurance, savings, shit, even get a decent credit score.
Where did you live making the amount that y'all came up with? What state and city did y'all live in?
Oh, I think we was in New York and New Jersey.
Nigga, inner city.
I think you had to make like $50 an hour.
It was Memphis. Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, yeah, we bounced all over. Yeah,
it was Memphis, Tennessee.
Because a single person making $20 an hour can have a 2-bedroom apartment, a car, and all that. I'm doing it at $19.50 an hour. I got a 4-bedroom house. Only thing I can get me a car if I want one. I don't want one.
Now, is everyone where you live paying $19.50 an hour?
It's 900.
You in public housing.
It's almost $1,000. I got a full backyard, fenced in, and a
public housing, bro.
But no, hold on. Hold on.
Hey, Chef.
Slow down. Hold on. Slow down. Are majority of the jobs where you live at paying $19.50 an hour? Is that a lot of jobs, a little jobs, some jobs? Okay, so
the majority of the jobs starting at 17, 16, and they go up to 50. Mine is $19.50 because this is what they started me off at. I'm supposed to be getting a raise within the next 2 to 3 days, up to 23.
Yay, son.
Now
that raise.
Okay.
See how the system ain't holding him back?
System ain't holding me back at all.
No, sir.
Light, and I could pay my light, and I could pay all my bills if I wanted to.
So there's enough jobs for people where. Hold on. There's enough jobs for people where you live to live just as good as you.
Where do you live that you got a 4-bedroom house, can pay all of your bills at $19.50 an hour? Where on earth? Are you on Earth?
St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh well, hell, that's Memphis. Same shit. That's the same thing. That's the same. It was Memphis, St. Louis, and it was like what was the other place? It was Memphis, St. Louis. I forgot, but those are places.
But I think the metric was okay. Go ahead. Hold on.
But $23.50. Now I'm assuming that's Sabio. Shouts to you if that's you.
Yeah.
But $23.50. We pulled those out of those places like St. Louis or Memphis, and we put that in like big cities like Baltimore, Miami, Chicago, this, that, and other. That you couldn't afford to at $19.50 an hour.
You're struggling.
No, you're not struggling. No. You're not struggling.
You might as well be unemployed.
You're homeless.
Yeah, you might as well be unemployed. You might as well be on the street.
You will be in the street if you make $20 times 4 times 800. That's like $500 a week. You're homeless.
They make 19 damn near the certain McDonald's that I've been to. So
so you're homeless, bro. That's what we're trying to say. When y'all say all black people, just know that that number that y'all talking about, what is a 4-bedroom house in Memphis or St. Louis, is you're living in a 18-year-old Datsun in a major city.
Right.
And I'm not even talking about California. I mean, California, 1950 with the tax situation they got there.
That's why I had.
Here's the question: What's the average amount of rent in your city? That's the real question.
But also
the average is I don't even know the average. The reason I got $850 a month it's because of family ties. So my mother was renting this house, and the landlord had a relationship with my mother, and he rented to me and kept the rent the same. He could have raised it.
Don't put too much of that on the internet, Savior.
It don't matter.
I know. It's just don't trust the niggas. It ain't you. Don't tell niggas personal shit about you. That's all I'm saying.
It's the truth. What else? I mean, so that's all they got. If they think that's gonna bother me, it's the truth. So what?
All right, my brother. No problem, my brother. Proceed.
So I just took over the news.
Okay.
Well. The not this conversation, but we were talking about something similar to what y'all were saying earlier. What's normal, right? Okay, a normal is a place to live. Just say 2 bedrooms, a car, decent health insurance. Now, whether that's through your employer or you self-pay, things like that. How much you would have to make in any of these cities. And it was way above just to have a normal life. What I think we all think is normal. Decent place to live in a car was way above what the average wages were in those cities or towns. Damn near double. So even at your best, there ain't nothing to accommodate you.
Nah.
Even
at your best. Go ahead.
The average rent in St. Louis for a 1-bedroom apartment is $1,100. The average
What's the average wages?
The average rent. I'll do that 1 second. The average rent in New York City is $4,000.
New York is a whole nother, like Cali. That's a whole nother fucking animal.
I mean, $3,900 difference. That makes a big difference.
No, that's a homeless difference. That's a motherfucking. Because remember, that's just where you live in New York.
But hold on, but Brass, it doesn't matter if you can make the money, right? The point is, can you, where you are, make enough money to live a normal life, or most people where you live?
No, and that's an American problem. It just hits us double because we got other systemic issues. The average wage in the United States. The average wage in the United States, median weekly earnings is $11.96. That's average.
Hold on. I'm going to get on the calculator too.
It says median.
What's the average rent? Go ahead.
$11.92.
That's the average rent.
This ain't right.
Yeah, we gotta get some calculators.
No, this isn't right. You might gotta get a different number. This ain't right.
Calculator, hey, Bryce. Compared to the amount of the rent cost out there, 1950 is without taxes is a little over $3,300 a month. About I'm gonna say maybe 750, 780, maybe 800 a week at a 40-day work week. So you already are making more than the normal, amount of rent in that area. That's not common. I can tell you here where I'm at. 2,000, maybe 2,100 is the median. So you got to make a little.
Hold on. If the average pay is 11 and the average rent is 1,300, is that all of their paycheck or not? For somebody doing that, who makes $12 an hour.
12, gotcha.
I don't know, but them numbers ain't right because I know
12 hour is like a little over 2,000 a month. They make about $480 a week. That's without taxes.
So, is that enough to cover your rent if the average rent is say $1,100 a month? for
It is, but that's again
Just
that's
your
without
rent.
tax. It is,
That's your
but
rent-
You
that's your
see
rent
without
on the state.
taxes.
No, that's
Oh,
your
we ain't
rent
doing
with
them
no
crimes. Hold
mistake.
on, no.
that's without
Listen.
taxes.
The IRS will be at your house before the mob will.
No,
So
I'm
if
saying,
you owe
but
the mob money, the IRS will beat them there.
no, but I'm saying when we
So,
talk about this,
but
remember there's food, clothes, there's other pieces to
no,
what
Exactly.
you got.
that's why we just doing rent. We just
Yeah,
doing the
If you
biggest
just
one.
if you just
We're just
do
doing the
rent,
largest one is your rent.
if you just do rent, you can make it out barely. But the moment you start adding electric bill, if you pay water bill, gas
Food.
if you have it,
a
internet, food,
child.
children, it complicates it. Absolutely.
Better put that child to work.
See, slave labor.
Better put that child to work.
Labor
You
laws
ain't gonna be
for that,
around
bro.
here just eating and drinking up
He
everything.
said there's labor laws in place.
They got child labor laws.
Damn that. No, we breaking rules. we breaking
No,
rules. Sorry.
but see, let's not forget. Listen, and then on top of that, that's if everything remains the same. We're in inflation we're in a period of inflation right now. So whatever you
It's
thought
never
cost
remained.
Food
we're not
prices
even
have gone
adding
up.
that.
Food prices have gone up. So
We're not
yeah,
even adding that.
you gotta acknowledge that.
Listen, it's just unrealistic. We're exceptions. I'm telling you, but if based on the statistics of these numbers, y'all can talk all this, what's the name? Just pray you don't end up in a bad position. For all this shit that you talking, you got to see the same motherfuckers on the way down. You looking at the way up.
It don't even take.
I didn't want to say this earlier, but it's a
Corey.
I didn't want to say this earlier to like deter from someone's point earlier, like Carnivorous and Fetty, but it's a lot of people that are homeless that have one or two jobs holding it down, but they can't afford the housing. So like we got to take that into consideration. Like a lot of this shit ain't just because people aren't trying and people ain't actually doing the work.
That's
A lot of these
actually
shit
more.
because of
That's
the economy.
actually
I don't think
more
nobody on
common
here
than
ever
not.
ignored that though. I don't think nobody ignored that.
Yeah, that's actually more common than not. You'll see men and women living in their cars or vans or whatever, but they got two jobs. They do have two jobs.
I see them cities all the time.
Yeah. A lot of times they'll have two jobs, you know what I'm saying? But they do live in a car or van or whatever, what have you. That's more common than not. You know what I'm saying? That's more common than the bum laying on the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a small.
How common is it? How common is it? You think that you have a lot of? Because again, what age group are y'all talking? What age group are y'all talking about? Y'all talking about like adults over 30?
Most Americans need a supplement to their income. The overwhelming vast majority of Americans need a supplement to their income.
In fact, I would say, and this may be a reach, but I would say about over 70 to 80% of people in homeless shelters are working.
Absolutely.
I know because I actually was in one. Not to put too much information out there, but yeah, I actually was in one, and the majority of the people there worked.
When the working class haven't had a raise that kept up with inflation in 40 years, of course you'll have that.
Absolutely.
Of course you'll have that. When corporations and companies are doing wage theft at a rampant rate these days, of course you'll have that. Yeah, when a pothole will get you in a poorhouse. That's what I'm talking about. When I talked about the pothole months ago, everybody broke out laughing. Right? But most motherfuckers can't afford a $400 emergency. A pothole usually costs about a $700 endeavor.
Actually,
most people ain't got no emergency fund to stack up.
I don't know where you live at, but
Corey,
any garage around here, I don't care if you need windshield wipers, you walking out of there with $1,000 bill.
No, Corey, that can't be true. I thought it was just like everybody was doing okay, and no matter what the system does, you was gonna be all right. I thought that was the case. I thought we could just figure it out. I thought we could just figure it out on our own. And the corporations, the systems, and the structures and the institutions, they're not holding us back. There's no wage theft, Corey. Wage theft.
Yeah,
just get past it. Just pick yourself up.
But doesn't everything y'all saying still tie to the importance of financial literacy and things that need to be implemented to
you can be as financial
literacy don't beat wage theft.
I know that. I know that.
But y'all had a raise that matches
I'm saying y'all talking about
if you haven't had a wage that matches a wage that matches inflation in 40 years, you can be as literate as you want to be.
I be missing the whole point of me saying shit.
I can't hear both of y'all.
Bootstraps is what you're saying. I hear the bootstraps is what you're saying, but what I'm saying, if you didn't have a raise that kept up with inflation in 40 years, you can be as financially literate as you like to be, bro.
But no, take financial literacy out of it. Doesn't that message say the person living in inner city black community that's having babies 4, 5, 6, 7, based off their situation, wouldn't it be important to, again, take financial literacy or whatever out of it? Certain principles that they can do on an everyday basis to make that situation better.
If they got 4, 5 kids and they make $10 an hour, bro, it ain't a motherfucking thing they can do.
Okay, all right. So throw in the towel then. What should we do then? Throw in the towel.
Motherfucker in.
We talking about two different groups of people. Hold on. I think we talking about two different groups of people.
What you're saying, bro. But I'm saying that message still needs to be.
Freddie, hold on, Corey, hold on. I think we're talking about.
I'm gonna say one thing.
Hold on. We talking about two different groups of people.
This is
let's be clear. We talking about two different groups of people.
We talking about the whole.
No. We talking about the people who go to work and try to do everything right and still having a tough time. And then another conversation, we talking about people who said, "Fuck it. I'm gonna try to build the system." That's what I'm saying. But some of us are. It's some people, and two, just to add context to like a lot of shit Fetty says. I personally, and I'm sure y'all know them too, know people who said, I'm not going on welfare. Now wait till you hear the reason why. I'm not taking an apartment, and I don't know where y'all live, but in New York, you can get apartment, you can get free healthcare, you can get a fucking a cab ride anywhere, you can get a phone, a cell phone, you can get everything from the state if they deem you disabled, right? But guess what come with that? They need to know where your ass is at. You gonna take some drug tests. If you a parent, you going to parenting classes. If you want to keep this apartment, they're gonna come by and check on this motherfucker twice a week. Make sure it's clean. Make sure the kids is in school. Hold on. And these people are more like, not all of them. Man, fuck that. They want to know too much. So there is a huge demographic.
If you make $11,
sorry ass. No, but hold on, what I'm saying. That's why we talking about different people. No, we talking about different people.
We
are a large
you don't
group
qualify for
that will say.
Some people can do it if they make $9 an hour. They can
so I'm with Betty on that.
But if you make $11.50, you're overqualified. You don't qualify for that program. Your income is too much. If you make,
I'm talking about a different group of people. Go ahead. My bad.
There's also a different group of people who need government assistance, but depending on your state, especially if you live in a Commonwealth state, you got to work to get those benefits.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not just sitting back eating up those benefits.
And they also, they kicking motherfuckers off of that anyway. Them programs, they defunded those.
You don't have a job.
Programs by $1 trillion. They took $1 trillion from the social program so that Trump can do his tax cuts, his $1 trillion tax cut.
Thanks.
So I think we was talking about two different groups of people because, like Fetty's saying, there is a demographic.
I don't want to even ever have a conversation about the guy that said,
you came in the combo wrong.
Why talk about the guy that said, I don't give a fuck, because I don't know no niggas like that.
All right. Okay.
Oh shit! I know.
Capping, bro. I
know all kind of people.
I don't. Who's in your life? Who is in your life?
I can tell you two people.
Because listen, I know like a motherfucker.
A father and a son.
somebody, listen, y'all be so fucking unrealistic.
Nah, you came in the convo hot, don't even understand the context of the convo, and you crying.
Where you live at?
Fetty, get yours.
It's just plenty of people like that.
Fuck that, bro.
Because every time somebody say, go ahead, Fetty, he say, fuck it, I don't want to say
all that
that.
crying ass shit, man. You don't even know the context of the convo, bro, and you be talking crazy.
Well, enlighten me then. Enlighten my crying ass. See, he cool until I start talking.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
He's gonna get Fetty's position in the comments.
Did y'all notice that?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Look, he said, go ahead. Nah, Fetty, don't let him pull you to the trap.
As soon as I start talking, he start talking. But when I said, go ahead, brother, enlighten me, he was quiet as a goddamn church mouse. See, this is what he do all the time.
No. There's a contingent.
Spill, bro. I heard it 100 times. Go ahead into your spill, bro.
And we went over it in the class. It's the self-destruct.
Because I'm going on about some shit I don't even know about. I came in a conversation late, crying. So I want to know
what you be loud and wrong sometimes.
What's the conversation?
Who's the fault? Who's at fault for the disproportionate negative effects that Black people suffer in this country? That's the conversation.
White people. White America.
Chef said the system.
That's the wrong way to have this conversation, though. I think that's where we fuck up at. We have conversations the wrong way.
I agree.
In this situation, Black or white don't fucking matter at all in this conversation that we talking about here.
I thought we was unique. I thought we was going through a unique situation, Corey. I thought we was different.
No, you can't smear. One thing about it, bro, you can't smear a nuanced conversation over into the next conversation, bro. So
I agree, but that's what you're
human
doing.
beings are very complicated.
That's what you're doing.
Just because I think this way right here, don't mean I think this way right here.
But that's what you're doing. Take your own advice.
So if you no, bro, I do take my own fucking advice, bro.
Okay,
you know what kind of life I live? Huh? Excuse me, Fetty?
I think he had a bad signal. Go ahead, Corey.
Fetty, every time somebody want to know what Fetty's saying, he shut the fuck up. But as soon as somebody start talking, he start talking. I don't get it. I don't understand with these young little niggas. Get your ass up, Fetty. Strap your motherfucking big boy pants on and cut the bullshit. Stand up, nigga. That's what I'm trying to work. This is what worries me about. If you want to know what worries me about your age group, because you always talk about, well, my age group, right? You niggas ain't standing up. You bitch up every time a motherfucking challenge comes your goddamn way. And this and that. And you always smarter than every motherfucker. You don't want to listen to no motherfucker who's been living a little bit longer than what your ass been living. This is what I was saying the other day, Fetty. See, this is how I stay consistent, right? Because you know better. You one of them niggas that actually might know better, right? That grandmama told you you ain't got no motherfucking excuses, and get your motherfucking ass up and quit crying, right? And stand up with your motherfucking head up, your chin up, and your chest out. So when a motherfucker asks you for clarity, you stand your motherfucking ass up with your chin up and your chest out, and you say, this is what the fuck I'm talking about, Corey. Now stand up, nigga, what the fuck you talking about? See? It's too much bitching these young niggas. Niggas, they all know it. They know everything. They know it all. But these the little niggas who ain't never gonna ever be able to afford a fucking house. Why? Because they don't listen to what the fuck's going on. They think they know every goddamn thing. This one's crying and this one's living in that. Nigga, you gonna be the ones who never, you said it. You the generation that can't even think about buying a goddamn house. See? But he know every goddamn thing. This is what's wrong with you little niggas. You lost. You lost what I was talking about the other day, what the sister was talking about the other day. You niggas lost that. What grandmama and them said. Because that's what y'all finna, that's what Fetty was finna go to saying to me. Y'all know that, right? Well, yesterday you said you need to take your own advice. See, now he's back. And while I'm talking, now he's back. And now while I'm talking, he's talking again.
Let me tell you.
I'm gonna give you the floor, Fetty. Go ahead. Let me hear what you gotta say.
Right? We was talking about some completely different shit dealing with a particular group of people dealing with African Americans. What you did when you heard what I said, you got jumpy and you put yourself out there and you was wrong. And I tried to give you context as to what I was talking about. You about to go on a bullshit tangent like you've been doing, and you just wrong. But go ahead.
Wrong about what exactly, Fetty?
I'm saying the context in which I'm speaking about something is funny how you're going on a tangent right now saying I do certain shit, but don't realize you the nigga who jumped out the window.
Oh, I do a lot of shit. I know for sure I do a lot of fucked up shit, bro.
Hey, cool. I mean,
so what
we good then?
Enlighten me again.
We good. We good. We good. I mean, I ain't tripping.
See, now am I tripping, y'all?
Here we go. He's trying to get public opinion. Look, this shit weak as hell, nigga. Deal with me one-on-one, nigga.
No, I ain't dealing with you one-on-one because
why you need other people?
Well, listen to me then, Fetty. Shut the fuck up while I'm talking.
You shut the fuck up, nigga. Goofy. Fuck you talking about?
Listen.
Nah, nigga, what?
I just got through saying. So you still talk? Go ahead. You talking?
Go ahead, Corey. Go ahead. I don't want you to go off on another tangent. Go ahead.
No, because I am finna go off on a rant. That's
you're
right.
I'm
trying to make sure you don't.
I'm saying right. Before you go on that tangent, all I'm saying is that the narrative that you're trying to paint as regarding what I do.
What's the narrative? Go ahead. You can't just run one time.
You said when shit get in the hot seat, I'm quiet or some shit you said. I'm like, nah, not necessarily. I mean, I'm in and out of the conversation. I haven't really been speaking. But and the other shit that you say, you admitted, like even in other conversations, what you do anytime I have an opinion, you and Braz do it actually. Oh, if you say what Fetty's saying, you automatically wrong. Y'all always do that. So I'm saying you about to go on another tangent that fits that same description, but in reality, if you knew what I'm trying to say, I'm not trying to undermine the whole thing.
Well, what you trying to say? That's what I'm trying to get to.
Again, I'm not trying to undermine the fact that the things y'all saying is an overall American problem, but it seems as if whenever I try to, take that microscope and apply it to us and different people in our community, I just get dealt with. Well, it's an American problem.
You don't think, Fetty? See, the problem is you need a little bit more wisdom.
Oh, here we go. The ageism. They go to ageism.
It is. Here we go. That's the issue. That's the issue.
You know why? It's a lot of all these niggas.
I never used to want to hear it myself. I never used to want to hear it. Like, you don't know shit, right? But it's a lot. It's got a lot to do with experience, bro. And time and experience, right? So, yeah. And then another thing, right? Everything you don't paint everything with a blanket brush. You don't throw a blanket over everything, right? So we do need to be accountable. Black folk do need to be accountable.
Okay.
Well, see, that's not what I was talking about when I was talking about the system, how the capitalist system has kept wages down. They do wage theft and shit like that. And when you want to put the microscope on black people, black women, the most highly educated and qualified group of demographic in this goddamn country, right? They suffer wage theft at a higher rate than everybody else, than they white cohorts. See what I'm saying? So, this is what I'm talking about, Fetty.
I've heard of all those statistics.
I can tell you about the bootstraps, Fetty.
I'm not preaching a bootstrap message. That's
what I am. I am, Fetty. So quit being offended, brother.
No, but listen though. You saying that regarding black women, right? And these certain particular, like I'm aware of that. So like anytime somebody bring up that, I'm not disagreeing with it. Like when people say shit like that, it's like you educating a person that they didn't know that. When in reality they've heard that 100 times already.
They probably didn't. Most people didn't. Most people don't have any idea of
black women and them being disproportion regarding certain statistics? People ain't know that. I hear
a lot of people don't know,
that
Fetty. A lot of people don't know things, Fetty.
I got you.
Okay. So I mean, if that surprises you, I don't know why.
No, I'm saying you're in here telling us certain things that I'm sure a lot of us have heard already.
Listen, a lot of times some people just need to be reminded of that.
I got you. I respect it.
Because that's important to me.
Yeah.
Why? And you might say, well, why would that be so important to you? Because I got daughters.
Yeah.
See? Mm-hmm. I'll be worried about, Fetty, I know you grown, right? I know you grown. And you ain't got, and nigga like me can't tell you a motherfucking thing, right? But see, that's why what I be saying is for the motherfuckers that's coming behind me, right? So some parents may not have all the information that I have, right? And I may not have all the information that Fetty has, right? So that's why I listen up to other motherfuckers that might know something more than me. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't know.
I got a lot of OGs. Yeah, I listen to all my OGs. You're right.
Okay,
I don't have that. Well, I don't have that mentality of I'm
an OG, and here it is. I'm trying to say something. You ain't listening to me.
I am, bro. I am. I'm saying the main thing I wanted to get over is the miscommunication of you coming into the convo talking about an American problem when we've been talking about certain
Black
people.
We've been talking about black problems. Then we got to be.
I mean, yeah. That's all I was saying.
So do black people got problems?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Now, is most of the time we accountable for our own shit? Ain't we responsible? Don't we suffer the consequences of our own decisions and all the rest of the shit?
I can't speak in a generalized way because in this, I mean, the like accountability, like it's a spectrum.
You can speak pretty general about a demographic. You can be real general about a demographic.
No, I'm saying accountability. I know when it comes to certain taboo topics, dealing with the state of black people will lean either extreme left or extreme right. So I
don't think it's no extreme left and extreme right.
The extreme left again is that the system is to blame for everything, which I'm not saying y'all are doing that, but that's one side of the extreme, right? And the other side
the system is to blame for a whole lot of it. The system is to blame for a whole lot of it.
Again, extreme side
for black folk.
You didn't let me finish. I'm saying the extreme side on both ends is heavily relying on systemic racism, talking points, and white supremacy for the blame for 99% of our problems. And I think what Chef was trying to say is that based off him being in a black city, him being an African American, him seeing things in his community, he's seeing things that we can do to make all of these problems y'all talking about way better. And it has nothing to do with the white man. It's things dealing with culture, instilling values, all type of shit that we can do on our own. That's the overall, I guess, premise of the conversation. I mean, not an American problem and everybody is virtually fucked up and can't get a job. That wasn't the conversation at first. That's all I was saying.
I didn't say everybody was virtually fucked up and couldn't get a job, right? See, that's the thing. Like you might simplify, and that might sound like what I'm saying to some passersby who don't understand America, or someone who hadn't had enough time to have that much experience here in America.
And your overall premise is that majority of people live below the poverty line?
Is that my overall experience? No,
I'm saying you sent hella articles. Like I remember there was a time you was sending like the same article every morning. Like that was you was trying to get that.
And I agree with every word in them articles that I said.
So when I just said that, you just disagreed.
You said what did you say? I probably didn't hear you all the way correctly. What did you say?
Never mind, bro. But yeah,
maybe I didn't hear you because like
regarding
it seems like it's a delay or something. Because when I start talking, you start talking. Then when you start talking,
it might be a delay. It might be a delay. I think it's a delay.
So you said something about. I thought you said that all Americans live under the poverty line or something.
No. I think where you was about to go, you was about to go into that same spill. You don't agree with that?
Which spiel? Which spiel?
I'm saying like how hard, like a lot of people who we don't think is working hard, they got 2 jobs, and it's the economy, society, that's really fucking up all Americans. It's not a black problem. I could have sworn that's
the spiel I go on quite often. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that you was wrong on that. All I was saying is that kind of deters us from the original.
Everybody else got an excuse for it, but black folk don't. Black folk can't mention it. If you're a white nigga, right, it's fine for you to mention it, right? But if you're a black folk, when you start mentioning the shit that I be putting in the chat, then you some type of excuse making motherfucker.
No, I like the sources that you put. I even agree with you that the blue collar, that the young people are actually going against. I was with you. I wanted you to do a show connecting what Booker T said to a lot of the shit you were saying. So I don't know who you talking about right now.
Well, I'm asking, is that what you're saying? Because you said it was like a spiel or something. Like
no, it's not a spiel. It's not with you, right? And I'm not directly talking to you, but it seems like whenever we have accountability conversations, some people on the opposite end of the conversation who's trying to be a contrarian will say, well, that's not a black people problem. That's an American problem. Like when I talk about black culture, but when we was talking about gang culture and things like that, a lot of the rebuttals was, well, America is like
America got a teenage problem. The teenagers is wild as fuck because listen, don't you see? You know, in the gang culture and shit, most of them kids that's doing all this shooting up, they motherfuckers ain't no older. They between 14 and 20, 25 maybe at the oldest, right?
Mm.
So we got a problem in the country with folk that age. I don't give a damn what demographic they come from, because if you look at the news every goddamn day, some 16 to 25-year-old white boy go outside and shoot up a bunch of motherfuckers. What I'm saying is, it's not a black thing. It's a gun control thing. It's a universal health care thing that I'll be talking about. This is the shit, because you don't be reading the shit that I be putting in there. You might have read a couple.
How you know, bro? Damn, how you
might have read a couple sentences of it. Because I can tell by the way you talking and what you ain't equating.
What you mean? I said I agree with it. Oh my God, bro.
You can tell by what you ain't putting in the equation.
So what did I say?
You're telling me about black.
That indicates I didn't read.
You keep telling me about black kids, right?
Yes.
Who don't even make up a percentage.
Here we go.
In America.
You proving my point. So I guess anytime me and Chef, anytime me and Chef talks about the unique, because again, it can be an American problem, but the people and the cultures and different ethnic groups obviously express and receive these things differently than others. So when me and Chef talked about how crime and black on black violence is a unique situation in our culture because it's tied to music, fashion, and other shit, you then have to admit that it's an American problem. But
you think them white boys don't get influenced by music and YouTube and video games?
Oh my God.
And go out and
how you
eat a bagel with cream cheese on it, then decide, you know what, it's Wednesday, I'm gonna go out and shoot up a school.
All right. That doesn't. Again, if you don't understand the fact how, like in black culture, a black person in a middle class home with 2 parents is still susceptible of being a part of that low culture. Exactly, bro. You keep cutting me off. Exactly.
Okay. Let me.
But no. Exactly. So again, it can be an American problem. But again, when it comes to African American children who have 2 children, I've seen it. African-American children who's middle class, both parents, good situation, financially straight and everything. As a result of the music, culture, and all of that, they're still susceptible to the shit we talking about dealing with crime, gangs, and shit like that.
So I'm saying with black, and you won't let me respond to it, though.
Let me land my plane. Give me 24 seconds. I'm saying when we bring up the uniqueness of what we go through as African Americans, and even the shit we heard our, OGs and people older than us say, like Chef talking about, it's like y'all, you undermine that by saying again it's an American problem and white Jimmy does the same. But we know that it's not the same dynamic, bro. They got more barriers than we do to let that shit go in their home if they got a white boy that's middle class with 2 parents. They have more barriers to prevent certain shit. So even though it's an American problem, it's going to affect us differently, bro. And we play a lot into it.
That's I'm trying to figure out what barrier is the white parents putting up. If the kid
what do you mean?
Up on Wednesday,
for one, a lot of them have 2 parents in the house.
At what point am I going to be able to respond to any of the bullshit you're saying, bro?
All right. Hey, is anybody? I'm saying bullshit. So me bringing up black on black crime and hip hop and all of that, and how middle class, that's bullshit.
If we eliminate hip hop, you think it ain't gonna die?
You niggas always got extreme response. Somebody said eliminate hip hop. I'm saying we have to acknowledge on a cultural.
I wish hip hop get the fuck out of here. So niggas like you bringing that shit up.
Who said give up?
I wish
again, you an old head, bro. You not tapped in with what these young niggas is doing. You focus on your kids, and I respect that. But you don't understand the pulse of what these young niggas is going. So I'm not listening to you. When it comes to that, I got more expertise than you in that. Because the three years I coached, like hands-on, as soon as I got on college, I saw some shit I never. It's like, yo, I had a large sample size of young black kids who I knew and what they was going through. So I'm not listening.
Hey, the thing that I wanted to respond to, I done forgot what you said.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at some point, you got to let me respond.
Fuck out of here, bro.
What you're talking about.
Yeah, I know.
I want to ask you a question, Freddie. What would be your rebuttal? And not saying that what you say is not true, what young people today are going through, right? But what would be your rebuttal to somebody who's 47, 53, 54 years old that can say, when I was young, my mother sold her body for us to eat. Or I would come home and my parents would be high on heroin, slumped over, or whatever horrible shit. So what I'm saying is there's nothing new that young people today could be saying in comparison to somebody older than them.
I agree.
You know what I mean? That's all.
Yeah, and like I said, I value what OGs tell me. Like, I'm not talking about that. And the shit you talk about, my pops did 15. My grandma was a prostitute on my father's side. 2 of my uncles got killed. So I'm not talking out the side of my ass, bro. Like, niggas acting like if I was in the suburbs somewhere and disconnected from what black people are going through on an everyday basis, I got every right to cook me. But I have a lot of experience, and due to my unique situation and experience in life, I've seen a lot of shit. And I've seen exactly what these young, and I'm saying I'm not speaking in absolutes, but a lot of what these young people are going through based off social media, motherfuckers being incels and
all type of shit. Grew up with a crackhead in his family. We don't know. Bro. We don't know because we the only one. He said he the only one experienced that.
I didn't say that. When did I say that? I just said I value. See, niggas don't listen, bro. Niggas change my words up. When did I ever say I'm the only person that went through that, bro? Stop it, bro. What are you talking about?
Hey, Freddie, stop telling niggas your personal business.
That's crazy, bro. Like, bro, that's crazy.
We done went down the route.
I never said I was like, what are you talking about? Obviously, all of us
crackheads you got here, bro.
Crazy.
And so why? So you got all
talking about? When did I say any of that? When did I say I have all? I'm saying again, y'all don't understand the importance. Y'all don't understand how pivotal a coach is. A high school coach that is around the kids more than their parents. You mean to tell me they don't see shit that you can't really see based off the unique situation they in?
You don't think I ever been a high school kid before?
You said what?
You don't think I've been a fucking high school coach? You don't think I've ever been in high school before?
But did you grow up in the social media age? No. Did you grow up in the drill? Did you grow up in the age where they got YNs wearing
gangbanging took place in the school?
I got you. But I'm saying maybe y'all should listen to a person that's younger. That's more connected to what.
I come of age when I was in high school. It was 1995 when I was a freshman.
Damn, that's some shit ago.
Yeah,
niggas ain't even have
20 years ago. It's only 20 years ago, bro. 1995, bro.
You said that's 20 years ago. That's 30
with the voice that you giving me, bro. I don't know how well you would have survived in 1995.
Again, I got OGs that lived in that time, so it's like I see what you're saying, but I'm saying the same way, and I agree though. I agree with you saying. Like young people do need to listen. Young people do need to listen to older people, but the older people need to listen to the young niggas sometimes too.
But yeah, but sometimes I gotta be able to get a word in edgewise.
Sometimes too. That's all.
Y'all not really having a conversation if we
I'm
being
just listening
honest.
to Fetty.
Yeah, this isn't like a. Y'all not having discourse. I know y'all might think y'all having discourse because y'all talking to each other, but y'all really not talking to each other.
I'm not even talking. I can't even respond, but to the 2 seconds of the thing that he's saying.
Nah,
like,
he's changing my words up.
Yeah, but y'all not really talking. Y'all not
talking. Changing my words up. I don't know. First you said I don't listen to OGs and I know everything, which I never said. Like you just been putting words in my mouth, bro.
Because you said it's old head niggas like me who don't
know. No. I'm saying again, it's old heads like you, right? That want young people to listen to you, but you undermine the unique experience that a younger person.
So I undermine you.
Let me finish
on a day-to-day basis.
God damn. All right, go ahead.
Listen, Fetty. I know you're talking in general. Some OG niggas, maybe they don't want to listen to you little niggas. Fine, but that's not me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm listening to you. But you got to at least listen to me sometime. I don't even know, Fetty, you done went down the rabbit hole so far, throwing against Gallup. You done threw so much shit up against the wall. I don't know what we started on, Fetty.
I don't even know what we arguing over. I said I agree with what you said, and then you proceeded to say, you think you know everything and all that. I'm like, what? I didn't say that. So I'm just trying to.
You know what, Fetty? I just now got to the age where I can say that. So I always wanted to say that. So I got that off on you. Okay? I got it off on you. All right?
I was just trying to get the record straight.
It's going to be all right.
We good, though. We good. I appreciate your perspective. But let's, like, I want to, again, when we're talking about the unique experience of African Americans, I think this was a good convo that we was having regarding, like,
I fucked it up. My bad.
No.
I came in late. I can't. It's okay for me to fuck it up, bro. And it's cool for you to say that. It's not because I came in late. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Corey, can I borrow your thumbnail picture? Is it proprietary?
Hell yeah, man.
Because whenever that thumbnail comes in here, Corey, whenever your thumbnail comes in here, motherfuckers get to shifting around and motherfuckers get quiet. So I just want to borrow your thumbnail. I don't need your voice. I just need the picture. That's all I need.
I got so everybody got a white company truck, right? My company truck is black. So when everybody can see when I'm pulling up on that job site, every motherfucker get quiet and the motherfucker get moving around and shit like that. It's like, damn, bro, I was coming to chill with y'all. You know what I'm saying? But everybody starts scattering and shit when I come up. It's like that. I was coming to drink coffee and talk shit too. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I that happens in more than one point in my life, I guess. So.
Nah, we good, bro. We straight. We straight now. We got over that. I think it was just a miscommunication. I wasn't saying that what you were saying was wrong.
Fetty, I got much love for you, Fetty. Don't worry about it, man. I'm gonna talk shit to the day I'm not here no more, Fetty. I'm gonna be going out as I'm taking my last breath. It's gonna be a shot at whoever's in front of me. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know that about me at least.
No doubt. So do you agree? So let's get back to it. So do you agree? I don't know if you was here when Chef was trying to get the point across that a lot of things that we may deem.
And then hold on, real quick, Chef Fetty. You've been going for a lot of Chef's bullshit lately.
Thank you.
I'm just saying, like sometimes you might have to get out the car with him. Now and then you might want to get out the car.
When I've been saying this shit before it was even cool.
Yeah, but we all know, like you saying, yeah, but this is listen, don't nobody in this motherfucker know Chef, but well, carnivorous at this point. Don't nobody know carnivorous, the difference between carnivorous and Chef better than Corey do. And if Corey just saying you've been going for a lot of his bullshit lately, I would trust. You say you listen to your OGs, trust that.
I've been saying,
I trust that.
I not been saying what Chef was saying before?
No, I ain't talking about the good shit y'all be saying. I'm talking about the bullshit.
Like what?
That Carnivorous been on. That's what I'm talking about.
Accountability. I've been saying
no,
that.
he ain't talking about accountability, bro.
Yes, he is.
Carnivorous. You think that he's saying what you saying? That nigga is rabble rousing and Loki right now, bro. Y'all just falling for it.
He been in his accountability bag for like 3 weeks now. If anything, I'm surprised. That's why I'm like kind of keep saying. I'm like, who would have thought?
Don't be surprised when he leave off and leave you in the car. Don't be surprised.
You know what's so crazy though, Brad? You know what's so crazy? The fact that Chef, I thought was a blackologist this whole time, has been saying he's talking for 3 weeks. That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised.
Ain't a blackologist?
No, Chef is a black. He is a blackologist.
Chef is most certainly a blackologist.
Definitely a blackologist.
No. I'm saying,
nigga, he the blackest nigga in there.
No, based off these convos, I would think that Chef had the opinion of you, Brad, and you had the opinion of Chef because a lot of this shit.
He's rabble rousing, Fetty. He ain't being sick, bro. When he lead his conversation,
no. I think he's that ass. I think he's.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. I just want you to know when Chef do a full 180 on these conversations, you gonna be in the car alone, bro.
No, I mean I've been in the car alone. What do you mean? I have no
he
problem
the
with
same nigga that told you was.
I have no problem with saying in 10 toes on my opinion.
Nominated for a Nobel Humanitarian Prize in this Discord, it's gonna be Shepard. So just understand, you're talking to the Bishop of Humanity here, right? So that's why I take everything with take it with a grain of salt.
I think he took a red pill. I think he took the red pill. I think he took the red pill and he realized in a lot of the shit that we can do on an everyday basis, we can help our situation. I think he took the red pill. I think he did. We saying that people can't change. We saying people can't change now.
Yeah. This is the same guy. You know what's funny though?
Well,
he basically hold on, Corey, real quick. You gotta remember, bro. I just want you to somehow scroll back to how he talks to you for the shit that he's saying now. Do you remember how he treated you? You saying y'all in agreement now? Do you remember?
I'm not holding that against him. He growing.
Let me finish, bro. He ain't growing. He trolling. He's not growing. He's not growing.
What are you doing?
Hey, Logic agree with a lot of this shit too. Don't leave Logic out of it. Logic agree
what's Chef doing? Don't start reading my mind now that you read the Chef mind.
Logic is smart enough to be in the car. You don't hear Logic when he talks.
Bro.
Almost every time
y'all
say, this is what Logic is saying.
If you was in there, Fetty, you don't remember what I said. I looked over and Chef jumped out the car. Nigga, well, I'm still in it. I've been said that shit, bro. I've been said, wait a minute, where the fuck you go, nigga?
Don't confuse my argument with Chef's argument. In a heartbeat, he'll be like, I ain't saying what that nigga's saying. I'm saying what I'm saying. He can't stand when we can't stand when we do that. It's only you two niggas that when he say something, you say yeah, and when you say something, he say yeah. But don't forget what he was telling you when y'all was having the IQ conversations. He's literally saying everything that you said, and you think he just changed.
Yeah, that's what make it crazy. Yeah, you're right. Come on, was tripping me out.
No, nigga, kids change. Old niggas.
Yeah, that's why you feel like he didn't have some kind of amazing change of heart, bro.
You talking to a nigga that believes in content over everything.
No, I think Chef. No, I think overall too. Like the fact that Chef is bringing taboo topics, and I think him being the person to introduce it is being more effective because it's definitely gaining a lot of like good conversation based off his opposite way of of what the majority of even his audience thought that certain talking points he had. So yeah, he could be trolling a little bit, but
sitting on mute, enjoying you talking about him right now. That nigga is sick.
I'm not sure. I'm not tripping on that.
He's sick.
I do think what he's saying though, we need to have more of these conversations because like
of course.
Because we're surprised that how like the amount of different opinions that y'all be surprised based off a lot of convos. You're gonna see a difference of opinion.
Yeah, I know. Of course. In a world where we could talk about any goddamn thing, we wake up and talk about niggas not being shit every day. Yeah. Of course. Like y'all don't realize. That's what I kept saying. That's what I'm saying. Like motherfucking, this is a week ago. If you wake up talking about Tuki, you just want to talk about motherfucking just.
I mean,
it's just like,
I mean, it's kind of about. I mean, pause, but it's kind of going back and forth between niggas ain't shit and some kind of other weird conversation. But then some kind of way the whole niggas ain't shit part come back in there.
What's the other one?
Assimilation. Some kind of like if it be bouncing around.
I don't know what y'all talking
between them other conversations, huh?
What is the assimilation thing? I heard y'all say that a few times. Go ahead, flesh that out.
Okay, good. That's a good segue, right? And so the assimilation thing is what I was talking about earlier when I said the whole liberation part, right? That you might have to really map out what liberation looks like for you, and possibly just understand what it means for that not to be so idealistic, right? And because that just might be what we're talking about, but. And then I guess the pitfalls of some of the negative things that happen to minority groups as they assimilate into, or they're forced to assimilate into dominant cultures. So yeah, that's what the whole assimilation argument is. It's talking about how can the minority group basically mitigate those cultural impacts of them having to be forced to assimilate.
Yeah.
That's what that conversation is about.
All right.
What happened? I took a business call and everybody quiet? Or did I lose connection or something?
I heard something dealing with us.
My shit working?
Yeah, I get you now.
Yeah. We was talking about
It seemed like, so now I want to get back to the one conversation because when I came in, I was talking about some of the things that I shared in the chat in my sources or whatever. So that's why I came in the way I came in, Fetty, because like I heard some of the talking points that were in some of the sources that I shared. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that's maybe where y'all was at. And when I talk about,
we was talking about like
I hate talking about it in a demographic, in a black way, right, instead of a class way, right? Because when you do it from the black perspective, that's why I talk about organizing the workplace, because we're missing an ally when we talk about the economy from a black standpoint rather than a middle class or working class standpoint. You see what I'm saying? Because if the moment when wages, when people start becoming and being paid a living wage, that's gonna overwhelmingly affect the black community in a positive way. So most things that ills America, right? If we fix them, right, the black community benefits more than any other demographic out there. You know what I mean? So if we stop the wage theft, right, the black women gonna benefit off of that. You see what I'm saying? If we do the universal health care, right, and stop having our health care depend on our jobs, right, that'll overwhelmingly affect black men and women. You see what I'm saying? And also when black men and women make a living wage, their kids come out of poverty and they're no longer malnourished. You see what I'm saying? Because look, when you can look at the statistics when it was COVID, when they gave the relief checks, 50% of the kids that was malnourished and impoverished came out of that because they gave out those relief checks, right? So things that fix America overwhelmingly affects the Black community. So that's why it's always when I put those issues in the chat, I always cloak it around workplace organization. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not, you're not gonna fix the Black issue without fixing America's issues. I just want y'all to know that. We're not gonna fix the Black community if America don't get fixed.
So are you saying like, you remember when Kamala was like, she's not doing something to only help Black people, right? And how
she was saying exactly what I was saying. She was saying exactly what I was saying, Fetty. And I'm glad you brought that up. Because and I think she actually even qualified it in the same way that I did. Once they, because I know, you know, Charlemagne, he kind of was like, whoa, you know, he went off the rails, right? And then she pulled him back down to reality and qualified that, right? But people still can't hear that part.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time, you don't want to alienate. See, shit don't get passed through Congress and through both houses, right? And signed off by the president if it don't sound right, right? So if we go in there and say, well, this is for Black people, you know, you alienate a whole group of your comrades. You see what I'm saying? And we don't need to do that. It's like the Civil Rights Bill.
Yeah,
everybody benefits off civil rights, right?
We're in a good place for it.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say overwhelmingly, Black people benefit off of it though, more than any demographic.
But we in a good spot right now.
You get these niggas in here today to say, well, with the LGBT, that's because they keep using it. See, the civil rights ain't to use it one time. It's to keep slapping them niggas in their face with it over and over and over and over and over again. That's what the LGBT do. That's what white women do. We sit up and talk about how Martin Luther King was a full of shit nigga and he sent us into a burning building. But go ahead, Fetty, you was gonna say something?
No, I'm glad you said that, because it trips me out again how, based off what Kamala said, right? A lot of Black people, kind of like you said, they looked at that crazy, like, wait, what? That means she don't care about Black people because she's not identifying a direct Black problem. So that's why I say, like, it kind of confuses me, because like a lot of the pro-Black people who are here on the internet and in real life, they keep saying our situation is unique. I don't know, but when it comes to certain topics, I'm not saying you, but when that accountability thing gets brought up, it's like that goes out the window. That same rationale and logic they was applying to say whatever they was saying.
Yeah, but you do know all the things that I'm talking about, though. We've only had 60 years to be able to participate in that.
True.
So I just, I think that's why they bring that part up. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep that, because one thing about what I keep saying, and it's in my message all the time too, is you ain't got it. Just because you got it don't mean it can't be taken away. You see what I'm saying? Just because we got the right to drive or live as Americans and do what white folk do and all the rest of the good shit we enjoy today, right? Don't mean that shit can't be taken away. So we always want to be reminded of where we came from and where we could be. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So don't never forget about that, because the Jewish people don't. What they say? Never forget and never again.
Yeah, they know that Holocaust can happen again. They know, because the same way there was a set of circumstances that led down to it.
Absolutely.
And it wasn't like something they could see. It wasn't always something they could see. And they didn't think it could happen then when it did happen.
Right.
So they'll never, and they still seen, people still talk to, believe it or not, if we're being honest, Hitler, the way Hitler saw the Jews is how people see them today. They're almost exactly the same anti-Semitic views that he had on the Jewish people at that time, people have them today.
Absolutely.
Misers, bad dealers, they
Right.
want to own everything, every single feeling, bro.
The banks,
And the banks controlling media, fucking with the newspapers, all that shit. They have the same feeling, bro.
It ain't never went nowhere. They ain't even changed the tropes. The tropes ain't even changed.
Yeah, they put the rat right now to this day. They'll still do a job. They'll put some Jewish stuff in a rat with rat tails. They'll put them in the with the curls and have the rat. It's the same shit. So they just say it. The thing that I know is that they recognize it. So they overcompensate. They overdo it. You know, they over this, that, and the other. But to somehow remove the systems is crazy because it's just, to me, it's like, even if it ain't Harley's fault, I would say it's the majority of the system's fault. A human being is not just overcoming institutions with no help. You're not overcoming that kind of marketing. You're not overcoming that kind of media. Like you said something when you was talking to Corey about the person with 5 and 6 babies and stuff in the project. That's not even a reality, but that's still a trope everybody uses. That's not a reality.
Oh, I seen that.
It may not be no, you may just because you've seen it.
That's a trope. That is.
The troll is not a real thing. Oh, they just be having babies. You know why? Because they say we breed like rabbits. That's like
because today kids ain't even having babies no more.
Yeah.
You realize that black kids quit having babies now.
So wait, it's not a huge discrepancy regarding black middle class people and the amount of children they have versus low poverty.
I don't know. Guess what? Hold on. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, but what I'm telling you is, in the way that you're saying it, that's a racist trope.
No, it's not.
The last thing you just said wasn't a racist trope. But
not that. When we was talking about financial literacy, you was like, well, when they having all these babies, maybe they just shouldn't have it. That's not. That's a
project manager. Bro, my mom is a project manager for CPS.
You say you want to hear shit, but you really don't.
I'm sorry. I'm telling you, I'm aware that it's not. I'm not trying to use it as a racist.
If you say I'm sorry and keep talking, you know.
All right. Okay. All right.
It's because I hate to say, I ain't even gonna say that.
No, I'm saying we having a real
I don't want to say it sounds like a whataboutism, so I don't want to say it. But you know, the CTS, CPS, the welfare program, and all that ain't even for black women because it's overwhelmingly white folk on it.
No, not in Richmond. Not in Richmond.
Well, that's fine. I'm looking at it from an American standpoint,
I agree.
From a Richmond, Virginia standpoint. Yeah.
I agree.
So, because I can go to any city, I can say, well, in Houston, it's probably more niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You know, like that. That's wild to me. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, we talked about that earlier. We were saying don't apply regional circumstances and what you went through to the overall broader perspective. I get you. Only reason I said the whole reproducing part, and like if we know, right, and if a black person was to know all those statistical things dealing with our economy and finances, all of that, I'm saying the way at which, right, like if a black person know, okay, if I'm in a fucked up situation where I can't pay my rent, is it ideal for me to keep having children? That's just a simple, logical thought. You know what I'm saying?
No, but it's ideal. It's ideal for you to keep having sex. But if you can't afford the right medical attention and you ain't getting the right, and you the thing is, you go out and get you a little piece of shit job that pay you $29,000 a year, and now you know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying?
I'm saying if they don't have that presence of mind, because I know, again, I'm not applying what I see in my everyday life, but we've all, grown up.
Bro, you ain't that. So I'm saying,
no.
I'm gonna be 100% real here, Fetty.
No,
now because I gotta get it. We gotta start having these conversations more realistically, right?
Okay.
So you ain't never. Now, I'm not saying I don't want to know like all your personal, super personal history, right? But you done had
sex with a young lady that you wasn't planning on
I'm
spending
saying
the rest of your
4, 5,
life
6.
with, right?
Yes, 4, 5, 6. Like I'm not
Yeah.
tripping on niggas gonna
Now
be fucking. I'm not
sometimes,
tripping on that.
listen, and that's cool. And I'm not judging you because we all do it, right? And now sometimes, right, one of them girls that you fucked around with might get pregnant. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And then most of the time, that $1,700, $800 or whatever it's called, I don't know what the hell this shit costs these days, right? But majority of the people in America can't afford a $500 emergency. What make you think they can go get down and get a $700 pill?
No, I'm saying it's bitches who wanted me to have their baby just based off the fact they were stressed and they just wanted more. And it's like, in reality, I'm saying we know a lot of ways in which we use our. Hold on, we know a lot of ways in which we use our stress and what we do on a daily basis.
What was you gonna start out with, Fetty? Go back to what you were starting out with.
Yeah, because that first sentence was. I want to hear the first sentence.
Let me finish, bro. I'm saying, bro, again, the way at which. Because again, I'm not talking about having a first or second child. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying if you're in a financial situation that's fucking you up, and you don't even have the presence of mind to do simple shit to make that situation better, whether it's saving money, budgeting, looking at
you can't save no money.
No, let him finish. Let him finish. Go ahead.
I'm saying as far as, but just simple things like if you got 1 or 2 kids and you're complaining about your situation, which is, rightful. Like I'm not knocking a person for, but you still having kids, 3, 4 baby. I'm saying that type of mentality. I see that a lot in my community where I'm at, bro. It's brothers who I know right now, 3, 4, 5 baby mothers ain't like going selling bud all day, ain't trying to get it. It's like, bro, what you on right now?
You know, 2 kids
Corey,
is like.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Corey.
I'm not saying this.
That's a very small percentage of the black community.
Hold
on, let me finish. So I'm not gonna base too much off of the smallest percentage of the black community. I'm not gonna make a diagnosis of the entire black community based off.
I never did that.
Here's the other part. I didn't say you did. I'm just saying what I'm not gonna do. What I'm saying is, part 2. Since we're talking about the peace of mind, and there is a double standard for black people versus other people, because I would say financially, the majority of the people in the United States, period, Americans, don't make enough money to be having 2 and 3 kids. What they do is just black people are vilified for it because we're not making good financial decisions. But based off of the economic stats, no, there's not a lot of motherfuckers right now that can afford 2 and 3 kids. It's just when we do it, and it's a small population within the black community that does it. Oh, it's a whole nother connotation, and that's all I'm telling y'all to pay attention to.
But
right
Fetty,
now,
your generation actually figured that out, Fetty, because y'all not even having kids anymore.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, y'all ain't trying to have a whole bunch of kids and babies and shit.
Yeah. So that's not even a problem anymore. That's not even a problem.
But what I'm saying is, it's just let's not move the goalposts for us. That's what I mean by the racial trope. These bro, you know how many of these white girls is having babies on top of babies, but you just don't see it because them parents is aborting them babies, and them parents are sending them to the grandkids and shit like that.
Y'all mention the projects a lot, but you got to mention this trailer park too.
Yeah, it's still happening.
I'm
not even talking about the trailer parks right now. I'm talking about like middle class, rich class. Daddy, I'm pregnant.
They got barriers, right? You just said it.
No, it ain't no barrier. No, they have the funds to get rid of that motherfucker.
That's what I meant. They have more things.
The wealth gap.
Go ahead.
So they got. So what I'm saying is just it becomes a racist trope when we somehow vilify black people for doing things that Americans do.
See, that's
Americans can't afford their kids. Americans have high gun crime. White people kill a lot of white people. We just don't call it black on white.
How many white musicians got shot over like the past 5 years?
Shit, I don't know, but how many of them motherfuckers overdosed on heroin?
How many white
Hold on,
guys
let me ask you a question.
went out and shot up a school in the last
Hold
10
on,
years?
no. Let me answer your question.
Dead.
Hold on, let me answer your question. I don't know how many of them motherfuckers got shot, but I do know a disproportionate majority of them motherfuckers overdosed on heroin and don't nobody talk about that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah,
you know what they call it? You know what they call it when them motherfuckers, when they call us, they say it's drill music and we killing each other.
How many
when
rappers in the
motherfucking, hold
past
on,
5 years got killed on the house?
what's that Seattle grunge group with Kurt Cobain? What's the name of that fucking group? Oh man, what's the Seattle grunge group?
Nirvana.
Yeah, remember when the dudes from Nirvana died? They didn't call it a drug overdose. They said he was going through so much, and it was sad news, and that this is the music that was speaking to the youth. When that motherfucker blew King Von down in the middle of the street, it was black on black crime and niggas doing violence.
Well, they call it a rock star lifestyle.
Hey,
overdose on cocaine.
I ain't talking about overdose. I'm talking about
hold on, listen, no, but we talking about death. I'm just talking about death and crime.
I'm talking about murder. What we say.
Okay, wait. I got another one though. When the dudes blew Charlie Kirk neck off, and they know who it was. Let me show you how they do. They do their own the same way. Niggas just don't see it. At first, when he blew his neck off, it was a left-wing calculated terrorist. He's a left. All the violence is on the left wing. They just kill everybody. As soon as they found out that motherfucker loved Trump and his daddy told him that he loved Trump, he was a troubled youth with mental health issues.
Yeah.
Bro, we don't control the narrative, bro. So when we feed into
niggas said being a rapper is
and not only that, one of them wake up every Wednesday morning. Hey, look it up. For the past 20 years, one of them white boys wake up every Wednesday morning and go down and shoot up a school. Now, they don't put every one of them on TV. Just the other day, the white boy, 3 days, it's been a week. In a week's time, we had a neo-Nazi shoot up a school the same day, at the same time, Charlie Kirk's killer was shooting him. One guy was shooting up a school. Then the next week, 6 days later, a white boy wake up and go down and start taking shots at an ICE van and at the ICE facility. You see what I'm saying? Every day is a problem with the youth in America in gun control, gun access, and healthcare. That's what the issue is. We quit because all of them guns, if you got to understand about Chicago, all those illegal guns in Chicago was legally obtained in the beginning. You see what I'm saying? They come over here to Indiana and buy up guns from people who go and buy them legally.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So if we put simple gun legislation, it's simple things that you can do that'll help the whole America, but it'll overwhelmingly affect the black community because you can't get no guns in Chicago.
That shit gonna turn into the UK. Niggas gonna be getting poked up with
As soon as that gun, you can buy a gun for $500 in Indiana. Soon as that gun cross over into Illinois, that same gun, you can sell it for $2,000. You know what I'm saying? Most people ain't got that kind of money.
Yeah.
So listen, when all you got to do is stop the guns from being so easily accessed in Indiana.
Yeah, it's gonna be less bodies, but that rage still gonna be there. Look at the UK.
But that's all we're looking for is the less bodies.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, for sure.
And then when you incorporate that with the access to the healthcare, then that mitigates the rage. The rage and death and murder ain't never going nowhere.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
But what we want to do is mitigate it. And the small things that we can do to mitigate it, we overlook it because all we talk about is other shit around it.
Yeah, I see your perspective. You more so kind of you trying to look at it from a micro perspective. I'm not mad at that because like you said, if something is an American issue, automatically, especially if you fix it, Black people gonna benefit from it. So I'm not knocking what you're saying.
Hey, Fetty, I'm sitting over here thinking about double standards. That's so funny. And the funny thing is, they always say sometimes in these conversations we just sit back and the white person did a damn good job, right? So I'm thinking about Jerry Lee Lewis, right? So Black people was calling MJ a child predator the loudest. The loudest. They was killing R. Kelly, he doing videos, peeing on people, all kind of crazy stuff, right? Elvis Presley started dating Priscilla Below when she was 14 years old. No, but tell a white person about Elvis Presley, they'll defend him until the cows come on. They'll shoot you. You might pull his gun out and shoot you in the middle of your chest. You say something ill about Elvis Presley. Jerry Lee Lewis not only was dating a 13-year-old, it was his 13-year-old cousin when he was 25. He was celebrated for it, and then they made a movie about it, where he did it in the movie, and nobody said a fucking thing. They said it was a misunderstood love story, but they vilified Michael Jordan, and it was Black people doing it, vilified it. Now here's the thing: you're supposed to vilify it. I'm not saying that you ain't supposed to vilify it. What I'm saying is we don't control the narrative. So MJ dies, propofol, vitiligo, child predator. That's how he dies. Elvis dies. Jerry Lee Lewis dies. A legend. You see how? See. So when y'all keep talking about what we need to do, what we need to fix, sometimes we need to just see not just what Black people do. Like when y'all say, "Well, you just don't see the thing, this, that, and the other." No. What I'm saying is, I think we need to see it all. Since Chef got these motherfucking rose-colored glasses that none of us got, then I think we need to use them rose-colored glasses on all the bullshit, on all the narratives. This shit might be a little bit clearer to you. When you start seeing, like, damn, it's 100%. If you look at the Black community, it's 100%. We wasting all these conversations talking about 3% of us. 1% in some cases, 1% commit the violent crimes out of the 99 is 1%. We doing that. That's terrible. Yes, any death is terrible, but 1% of us is doing all of this shit. And we just so happen to be the only fucking community that got the fucking civil rights in 60 years. And y'all be laughing at me when I say that shit. But some of y'all mamas and daddies, that means some of y'all mommies and daddies, and I know your grandmothers and grandfathers drank out of colored water fountains. And we trying to grade our entire race off of a race that just got their fucking, whatever you want to call civil rights, but that just got the shit in the 60s. It's 2025. Less than 100 years ago, we just got rights in this country. But we're just terrible and can't fix ourselves, and it's just all fucked up. So I agree with y'all. Some people need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, and I think that they do. I think the ones that make it through, I think it's a sprinkle of luck. I think it's a sprinkle of resilience. I think it's a whole heaping 3-gallon bottle of help and assistance. And then some motherfuckers are the exception. But the rule is what's happening to all Black people. And it's still happening to them. Even the ones that you think made it out, the rule still applies to them. So they're just an exception that made it out, but the rule still applies to them. So let's focus on the rule, not the exceptions, and I think we'll be in a much better place. Y'all think some of these motherfuckers that's in here, my fault, I have the last statement. Some of y'all think, and I hear this statement keep being made, right? Everybody but me. I'm here to tell you, if it's 15 niggas on this call, in this panel listening, 9 of them motherfuckers is in a bad way, bro. Some of the motherfuckers that's in here talking about other people like they ain't shit, they're the people that y'all talking about. So that's because the numbers don't bear out that it's 20 people in here, and just so happens that everybody in this particular chat is doing good or on a YouTube panel or something like that. Some of these motherfuckers doing these shows and shit is in a heap of trouble. So let's not act like we're in here talking to the gifted of the black community. There's some motherfuckers hurting in here, bro. And it's kind of crazy.
I'm one of them. Don't y'all see how many hours I work? You see how many hours I work?
Americans are hurt.
Shit.
I don't give a fuck about the American shit.
Exactly, and that's what you're talking about. Because
I don't give a fuck about that. When America hurts, we got a broken leg. When America got a knee ache, we got a broken leg. So I'm focusing on the broken leg right now.
Can I just say something real quick? It's kind of off topic. I apologize.
No.
Earlier I was okay.
See, I don't know why y'all asked that shit. Like, it was like, what do y'all like?
Because y'all talking, and I was just trying to get in because I know somebody was gonna say something, so I just jumped in. But then it's
just jump in. No, just jump in.
All right. Earlier, in regard to Asada Shakur, my phone fucked up, and then Fetty came in, and I was kind of I realized I think I was over talking, but I just wanted to add that it was Obama who doubled her bounty, and it was Obama that went to Raul Castro and said, if you hand over Asada, we would lift some of the embargo.
Yeah.
And Raul declined. So there was evidence presented, forensic evidence presented that she wasn't the one who killed the police officer. That's all I wanted to add in regards to
Raul stupid as shit.
Yeah, he dumb as hell.
He dumb as hell, and she's selfish as a motherfucker.
Yeah, because she could have fixed it. She could have helped an entire. That would have been the end of her freedom fight. She could have. That would have been a great. If she would have stated that she did that to help the Cuban people that took her in refuge, I would respect that more than just allowing them to suffer. And I don't blame Obama for doing it because that's his job. That's his job. Listen. Obama don't just represent. Okay, this might not go over well, but I don't really care. Obama don't only represent black people in the United States when he's president. Yeah, he don't just wake up and say what he could do for black people. No politicians do that. But what I'm saying in that particular case, you gotta understand what she was accused of. She was accused of the ultimate crime. She killed a state trooper.
No, but that's the thing is there was evidence.
I said accused.
So check it real quick. Today is my. I just wanted to say today is my grandmother's birthday, right? And I also wanted to say
happy birthday, grandmama. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Is that Rush?
Okay, what's up, Rush?
But I said that to say she was also a CO when Asada escaped. She was there that day.
Oh, wow.
She was there at Clinton Corrections. She was training. It's funny, she was training, but she was actually there that day when she escaped.
Damn.
Yeah.
She's still alive. She's still alive.
Small world.
Yeah, she's still alive. Today her birthday.
Man, you should go talk. That'd be a hell of a conversation.
We already talked about it.
Yeah, man, that's beautiful.
Yeah, she told me she was there. She was still new, and it was just a lot of commotion that day. So, yeah, I just want to put that out there.
No, that's fire, bro. Asada Shakur. As a matter of fact, once again, I did it through the chat. But shouts to you, because a lot of times, even us, we been here yelling and screaming so much, we don't even realize like that there are people that come in here just to listen to this, to take time out of their day. I don't know if we getting them through their day or whatever. But Rush usually will come in here all the time and just listen, show discipline. I know he be biting because he's from Jersey, so I know he biting his tongue to say, you motherfuckers, but it is what it is. So I appreciate that you even come in here and check us out, bro.
I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate it.
Plus, S. Rush came through in the clutch and provided us that mirror site. You are the motherfucking man, and I still owe you a
Yeah, but see
drink.
now
Yeah.
there I don't agree because that's a crime. So I'm gonna have to report my brother Ezra because y'all
Oh,
not supposed to be
get
stealing
fuck out of here.
stealing services, and you just snitched on him live. I
This
mean, I guess
motherfucker.
I'm the one that got it
I
wrong
didn't even
for
know we were
reporting him, but
live.
you just snitched live as hell.
Why
Yeah, we
was
live. We
live?
live.
I didn't even know we were live.
And I keep telling
I
y'all
know.
when
I
we
know.
in the Discord, we're always live. That way I don't gotta tell y'all whether we.
Wait, Brass. That was from earlier.
I
You
didn't even
said
know
we're
it
not
was
recording now.
I was going at it with Corey.
You know,
No,
that's what
it
I'm
was
saying. You
good.
specifically said we're not recording.
Oh, right.
You
And
said that earlier.
that was before
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that was before that.
I
And
know.
if you look in the chat, it says we went live. You look in the chat.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I was on the car.
Hey, listen. Pick you know what, Smalls? Pick yourself up by your bootstraps and start giving me excuses. I don't want to keep hearing all your excuses. It's your fault. You gotta fix your own problem.
It was my motherfucking fault. You
This is your
goddamn
problem.
right.
This ain't my problem. Don't put your problem. Listen, my grandmother told me one of the most beautiful things, and I'm passing this on to y'all. Don't ever let somebody make their problems your problems. That's an easy way to live, bro. This is one of the easiest life lessons you ever get. Don't ever let a motherfucker make his problem.
All right, you got me, nigga.
They walk up to you talking about, I ain't ate in 2 weeks. I ate 2 hours ago. Sorry. Your problem. Fix your problem. But no, I'm just fucking. But yeah, no, I appreciate that, Rush. And yeah, I don't know much about Assata Shakur. But I do know a little bit about the story because it happened in Jersey. They actually teach that shit in school. So I that's what I knew about it. But as an adult, I could say it sounds fishy as hell. But when I was a kid, I ain't gonna lie, I thought she was a fucking murderer as a kid. To be honest with you, it was pretty cut and dry that she killed the state trooper. And killing a state trooper, unless you're from New Jersey, state troopers in New Jersey are seen as like like Captain America in the state of New Jersey.
That's how it is. That's how it is in Texas. You kill a state trooper, you burn it at the stake.
Oh yeah, they're gonna kill you.
Yeah, it's done. You don't touch a state trooper.
Take your ass down to Garden State Parkway and fuck with one of them troopers. That's your ass.
It's dope what Rush talked about with his grandma, and it's wild. It made me think about how my life is. Been a part of anything dealing with jail. And it's crazy. I have one of the most famous situations that had happened down here, which it caught wave with the internet. But everybody remember the famous biker shootout that happened at Twin Peaks where 96 white people got arrested?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You was there?
Nigga, I was in jail. Remember I told you I was doing my weekends in jail. I was doing 36 weekends.
I remember.
Yeah, that was one of my last weekends there. They moved everybody from Highway 6 to Jack Harwell, which was a federal prison, so they can house all the new biker inmates. And I seen every single one of them inmates get $1 million bail, like live, because they was getting me out this bitch. They was like, nigga, you getting out an hour early, you only here for weekends, we bringing in some people. They hit every single person with $1 million conspiracy bail. And it's crazy seeing years later how all of them got off. But we knew it was cricket. Being down here in Waco, we understood what happened. But yeah, that's your wild.
Mm-hmm. I was looking at something the other day when we talk about how it's the same for us, the same for somebody else. It's funny. If y'all ever look, Jay-Z and by the way, I do. Hey, me and you gotta have a Jay-Z Nas conversation later. I'm pissed off.
Big up Nas, nigga. Big up Nas.
Yeah, and that seemed like it was personal. But I'm gonna celebrate Nas rather than complain about Jay-Z. But I don't know if y'all have this in y'all community, but there's a kid that died a few years ago in Rikers. He didn't die in Rikers. He ended up killing himself. And he did some work with Jay-Z, but he was in jail in Rikers for something with a backpack, something silly. He's famous. I mean, I don't gotta. This ain't They did a documentary about him.
Fruitville Station.
No, that's Oakland. The kid that was in Rikers Island, he went in there for a bag, and he ended up killing himself.
Hanging himself.
Yeah, he hung himself when he got home because he was only supposed to be there, whatever. And then they found out that his bail was only like $500. He just couldn't afford it. And then they did a sweeping. They did a sweeping. Jay-Z brought up the issue in New York, and I never knew that there was a bail problem. It's something I'm a part of now, but if y'all can get that kid's name, I'll just say his name, but that Jay-Z and Meek Mill and them and the owner of the Sixers, they started doing bail reform. And I'm like, why are they focused on bail reform? What's wrong with the bail system? And they were saying that even though, black people are more in jail than everybody else, okay, we get it. But that some of the people are in jail for bails as low as $30. Khalif Browder, you said? Yeah, Khalif Browder. Yeah. Some of these people are in county jail for 2 years, 3 years because they can't put up $30.
And they and they set the court dates. You know what I mean? A year down the line because the court system's so packed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and these are for silly crimes, Corey. Backpacks and just walking.
Caught with a joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, got a joint in your hand. Your whole life fucked up. Yeah. Now I want y'all to take your own. I say some of y'all need to go. Take your own life. And now walk outside. And I want you to imagine what your life would be like if you got locked up for 6 months. And then at the end of the 6 months in county, forget how you'd be different if you were sitting in county. Forget how different you'd be, because some of y'all ain't criminals. Y'all just tough guys y'all typing shit. But when y'all actually hang around the niggas that we talk about, that 1% that's committing these violent crimes, if we put you in there for 6 months, shit'd be different. You wouldn't be talking about evolution and Darwin and all that shit. You'd be protecting yourself, probably become a gang member. But if at the end of that 6 months they said case dismissed,
be flaying coffee, goddammit. You be hitting that motherfucker flaying coffee.
But imagine if at the end of them 6 months they say we didn't have enough evidence, you can go home. What would your life out here be like after them 6 months? You probably lost everything, lost your job, might have lost your lady.
You done turned into a criminal now.
And now you're a real criminal. Yeah, you different. Yeah, you've been around criminals for 6 months. You might have PTSD for the rest of your life, bro.
No, it's not even about the jail experience, right? When you come out and you ain't got shit, not you dead to survive. Now you a criminal.
Yeah.
You think I ain't going to get a pack?
With no trust. Because you're going to say, fuck it, if I'm going to go to jail, I'm going to jail for real. If I'm going to get caught with some shit, I'm going to get caught with some shit for real. So I'm just saying, it's like we have these conversations, I feel like sometimes from these perches that we put ourselves on, these pedestals that we put ourselves on. But nigga, this could be you, bro. This could be this could be you. But that Khalif Browder shit let me know. There was a mental there's a story of a mental.
That's how poverty, being poor is a crime in America. Being poor is a crime in America. You know what I mean? And so that's an issue. That's not. And the wild part is, y'all might think it's wild for me to say, but that's not just a black thing.
It's American.
It's American. It's overwhelming. It's everything is exacerbated in the black community, though. You see what I'm saying? Especially because we over policed.
Yeah.
Especially because of the fact that we over policed. But poor communities are over policed altogether, though. But you know what I mean?
Them white people in the Appalachian Mountains, them white people up there in the Appalachians, you'll be surprised if we had any of them on our channel. Them motherfuckers would be talking about whitey just like we do.
The man.
They'll be talking about the systems and structures and all kind of shit just like we do.
They call it the man.
It's a crime in some places to even feed the homeless.
Yep. Which is
to feed the homeless, you could get locked up. When I lived in North, I had got some food to feed homeless people in Penn Station. And it was state troopers. State troopers be at Penn Station. And they would like, you gotta go. When you gotta go, you get locked up.
Well, you know it's against the law. Well, that's I'm not gonna disagree with you, but just it's also a protection for them too. Because you got sick motherfuckers that just be putting, you know, shit in the food and all. Because I know this restaurant that you know, people give you prospectuses and shit, and they say you invest in restaurants and different things like that. And this motherfucker was giving us a tour of the restaurant. It's like a little investment club shit I'm in. And I was asking him, I saw when I was leaving, you know, I'm the blackologist. So I'm sitting there like, bro, y'all throw all this shit away at the end of the night? Like, because I'm a nigga, I want to see you at open, but I want to see you at close. And I was like, why don't y'all just give this shit up or donate it or this, that, and the other? And then that's when I found out that it's illegal for restaurants to give their leftovers to homeless people. But then I found out that it's not actually illegal. Restaurants just discourage the shit because homeless people will sue them, like as a come up. Like they'll say like it made them sick or something like that. But then, like, you know, you keep paying attention to the investment. I'm invested in this app that you can actually go and buy food that restaurants have left over now, and you can I'm gonna ask my wife what the name of this dumbass app is, but this guy was bugging the shit out of me, but he's doing pretty well.
You talking about the Good to Go app?
I don't know if it's good to go, but I know it was something they just started late. I know they got it in Jersey now. They had it in New York, but I ain't want nothing to do with it. But when they moved to Jersey, I went to the little meeting and put a little bit of bread into it, but they doing pretty good. Like it's just a company where restaurants, food at the end of the night. But now I thought it was illegal to give it away free, but now they sell the shit. It's just at a very high discounted what's the name? So like pizzas that people order and don't pick up.
Yeah, they have the Good to Go app where at the end of
maybe that's what it is.
Day, at the end of the day, you pay like $4 to $6, and whatever they have at the end of the day, they'll, you know, sell it to you for that.
Yeah. You don't know what order it. They just give it to you. Yeah. Okay. Right. You know, that is what it is then. Exactly what you're describing is what it is. I can go upstairs and pull it up, but that's exactly what it is. And before you couldn't do that shit for free, but now you can sell it. And that's what I mean. Like in the society that we live in, this is what we live in. You know, Obama said one thing, you know, we could solve the home. You know, you do know, just so y'all know what this homeless problem. You do know we could solve the homeless problem in about 6 months. Seriously. There's enough housing sitting empty that we could solve the homeless problem in 6 months. There's enough commercial housing. If y'all look into this company called McCallie, MACK-CALI. They're the largest commercial buildings. And when you see those big commercial buildings and shit in call centers, they're the largest manufacturer of those and the largest residential of those. And they, like roughly 40% of their buildings are empty. 2% of the I think it's like 5%. 5% of the buildings they have, they could house homeless people in there for about 5%, and the cost would be negligible just off of nonprofit. They just don't do it. So just understand a lot of these problems and stuff. That's why I don't use the word problem a lot. I try to use the word challenge because most of this stuff is solutions. Most of these things are solutions. We're not talking about the cure for cancer here. You know, a wise man once told me, you judge a nation by how they treat their homeless, their elderly, and their in prison. So the United States gets a terrible grade. Even #1 GDP, we treat our elderly the worst. We treat our prisoners the worst. We treat our veterans the worst. But we got the #1 GDP, you know, we're doing great, but we have no empathy. We have no compassion for people. Even when it don't cost us nothing. That's just something to think about.
Hey, Brash.
Yeah.
While you was talking, my brain was going when you were saying we can fix the homeless situation in the United States. I went over here, it was like, you know, you can fit the whole entire population of the US in Texas. And then I threw it in my chat GDP and it's saying if you divided every single person in the United States by the square foot of Texas, everybody would get about 0.75 acre each. That's how big Texas is.
Yeah.
It's 7.5 trillion square feet.
Yeah. You know, I looked into when you was telling me about Texas seceding. You know, it would actually be more profitable for the United States to allow y'all to secede and deal with y'all like a country. They just won't do it. It would actually be more profitable for the United States and for Texas to allow y'all to secede. If y'all were to secede and we deal with y'all like y'all was your own nation, it would actually be more profitable. And the name of the company is Flash something. Not good.
Yeah.
Flash something. Flash food or Flash food.
Yeah, I think Texas has the 7th largest GDP like in the world if we still as our own country.
Y'all are a country. Texas is a country.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. And on top of that, I learned some other shit about Texas. Texas is one of the most undeveloped. If it was a country, it'd be one of the more undeveloped countries on the globe. Meaning y'all haven't even begun. They said that Texas hasn't even begun to tap into the oil reserves that they have underground. Haven't even begun. Like y'all have what is it? I forgot the word, but untapped resources or whatever. Y'all have crazy amounts.
We transitioned from the land part to the oil part because we found so much in the Gulf of Mexico. So majority of the Texas, that's why Houston is what it is. That's the whole oil. That's I forgot the name. Called Syndicate Coast or some shit like that. But yeah, that's why all the oil money is.
I gotta talk to this dude. Vyasa. Vyasa be having some facts. I don't know if he's ChatGPT in these facts or is he just doing it. He says you could fit every living human on the planet in Alaska.
Oh yeah, Alaska's stupid. It's stupid big. You know, us as Texas, we're very proud.
How is that possible?
Because Alaska is fucking huge and it keeps growing, bruh.
Damn.
Yeah, we got mad when we bought Alaska because it took over Texas being the largest state. We was like, it's some bullshit.
Rich nigga problems, bro. You gotta love the United States, bro. You gotta love the United States. It'd be funny, DQ, the conversations I have in here, and then I get off of here or somebody call me and we start having a separate conversation. And it's just to listen to the shit they complain about versus the shit that we be talking about. I just be like, man, this is well, because niggas be like, hey, what you talking about? Nothing.
You know, like, nah.
No.
It used to be wild because that was an aspect I used to say back in college. When I was smoke with my black homeboys, we'd be discussing our problems and shit. When I smoke with my white boys, they'd be discussing what's the next fun thing I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
And it's like two different dichotomies in worlds. So yeah,
I just got off the phone with a motherfucker mad because he got to do Lake Tahoe and some other shit. And I'm just sitting there listening to him like we talking about the poverty line, and I ain't got the heart to listen to you talk about Lake Tahoe right now. Motherfucker was telling me, what the fuck did he say to me? He said, motherfucker, this is about the homeless person told me this shit. Homeless person said, never tell nobody your problems. Cause what is it? Never tell nobody your problems, cause most of them is happy that it ain't them. Like they're listening to you, but the only thing they listening to is that they glad it ain't them. And motherfucking don't ever complain. What is it? 80% don't care. Yeah, 80% of motherfuckers you tell your problems to don't care, and 20% just glad it's you. Yeah. And don't ever think your problems is insurmountable, because if a motherfucker handed you theirs, you'll drop and run. If you know what another nigga was going through. I don't know. This is empathetic. This is empathetic, Brad. I'm probably being a little bit too nice today. I'm probably clutching my pearls just a little bit too much for y'all.
Nigga, I just don't be telling motherfuckers what I be talking about on Discord because without context, it sounds fucking wild. Like if you don't know how we got this
Corey
conversation,
and Steph need to talk it out, man. They need to talk it out. That's what it sounds like.
But it sounds like it's Smalls was about to say some heartfelt shit, and the fact you just cut that nigga smooth the fuck off. That nigga about to say some heartfelt.
I thought he was done.
And that nigga Fetty said, "Man, fuck all that. Corey and Chef need to sort their shit out."
He said he said something dealing with context.
I ain't even hear what the fuck he said because you started.
So how the fuck you speaking on what he said?
Yeah, I didn't hear what he said.
I didn't get most of that out.
No, Fetty. All I heard was he was about to tell. He was saying, "Yeah, man, I don't be wanting to tell my problems." And then all I heard was, Corey and Chef need to work that shit out. That's all I heard.
Yeah, Fetty's cool. You just might have a Fetty. It just kind of
right. Then maybe you got a delay.
It's a delay. It's a delay, Fetty, because I didn't even get both of the sentence off when you came in.
Yeah. You probably, but it ain't always your fault. It probably is a delay.
It is a delay. Yeah, it's not your fault. Just because you don't, okay, Chef. Just because you don't hear it, it doesn't work like that. It don't work like that. Just because you don't hear it.
If the bit rate gets too crazy, if the bit rate gets too crazy, you like Corey might not hear none of us, and he'll just start talking, and motherfuckers get upset. That's how I tell y'all, stop getting upset when somebody cuts you off. They can't always hear you. They don't know.
Right. Like. As a matter of fact, earlier today, I'm gonna use stepping on. That's what we call it in trucker terms. I was stepping all over Brass earlier today, and that was the bit rate.
Yeah, I know, but I don't like the way that sounds.
It can just be I'm talking at the same time.
You say you was stepping all over like Fetty or something.
Stepping all over that nigga.
Hey, I feel like you disrespected me right now. Once I start feeling disrespected, I gotta defend myself. I don't want to do that. You wasn't stepping all over Brass. Ain't nobody ever in this.
Yeah. I feel you. I was cutting Brass off
community means
by accident. Right. I was cutting Brass off by accident.
What does stepping mean in your community? Like fraternity?
That's a trucker term. They ain't even no community shit. Stepping on, that's a TV term. Yeah.
Stepping on a motherfucker here mean you about to ride on that nigga, Paul.
I only use it because it's radio speech and we're kind of in a radio situation. It's kind of like Discord is kind of like the same thing. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was earlier today, Brass, during our conversation. Like it seemed like I was cutting you off. But you didn't know it. It seemed like you were cutting me off. That's just the bit rate, bro. And we don't be knowing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm good with that. Chef, I'm telling you, but Chef about to tell us that don't exist either.
It don't.
The structure and the systems in Discord that's causing niggas yelling at each other don't exist either. Yeah. And now y'all See, look, I told you, bro. You gotta pick yourself up by your bootstraps and get a better internet connection. That's what he's an ignorant nigga, bro. He ignorant as fuck.
It's diabolical. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't going for this nigga's trolling shit, but I think this nigga might be.
No, he's not. No.
Yeah, this
nigga. No. Some of the shit is real. Some of the shit that he's saying, no. Some of the shit he's saying is true, but some of the shit he's saying is for exactly why. If you listen to the nigga talk, he'll tell you. When Fetty, when he said, "I'm saying all," and Fetty was like, "Oh, I'm not saying all," and then somehow Fetty knew Chef wasn't saying all. But then then Chef also said, "Oh, I'm saying this shit, so I'm not giving y'all no room to get out of it."
Exactly.
I'm saying his generalized statement is formatted in that way to get y'all riled up like that. That's what I'm saying. I understand his purpose, but the way he's delivering it's gonna rub niggas the wrong way. But I see what point he's trying to prove. That's what
Corey reminded me of the. Go ahead, my bad.
That ain't bit rate. Smalls, what you doing is not bit rate, bro. Why y'all
okay. Do you not understand when I hear you is not the same time as when you're speaking? That's why I always say my bad.
Are you trying to explain that to that nigga, bro? Bro, you done
Like
said
in
it
California,
3 times.
you're in Baltimore, chef. Like
Yeah,
it's
you done
it's
said
not
it
the
3
same.
times.
No, we
Bro.
on the
You said it
internet.
3 times. I
We
said
on the
it
internet.
twice. He ain't trying to understand, bro. Stop trying to explain shit to Chef all the time. He don't give a goddamn. He don't
Yeah, the
care.
second I heard your voice, I stopped talking, chef, because I'm like, oh shit, he must have been talking before me. Like I happen to know, so I'll shut the fuck up.
Here you go.
Some
For the
won't know,
5th
and they
time.
keep talking.
And you know what he about to tell you? Pick yourself
I
up by
don't
your
believe you.
bootstraps and get a better internet connection. Bro, you ain't listening.
Brass is actually talking and communicating with you while you're talking. Like he's bigging up what you're saying as you're saying it. It's no bit rate issue right there. Are you crazy?
No, we're not crazy. You right, bro.
As soon as
No, you got it, chef.
y'all crazy, you responded. Like right on. I'm not lagging. So I don't know what y'all talking. Y'all making shit up.
You ever heard this statement, the death of I? You ever heard that? When you're in sports, when you play sports, it's called the death of I. You have this thing where as long as it ain't happening to you, it ain't happening to nobody. No, I swear to God, bro. I've never heard somebody say, well, I hear y'all, but that shit ain't happening to me. But then if you finish the sentence, you be good. But then you go one step further. I don't know what's happening to y'all. That shit ain't happening to me. Then you say, that shit ain't happening to nobody.
Hey, Brad, because I clearly said that the delay was on my end. That's why I apologize for it.
Bro. You're still explaining. Just let it go, bro. We need Haskell and Sirius B. And Corey R. Them the only niggas that could kill Chef, bro. I'm telling you.
No, they the only
and DQ.
The past couple
And
of
they
days,
the only-
you've been trolling. Are you serious?
I'm dead ass.
He gonna tell you the truth.
I'm dead ass. If you think black people can't fix their own problems, I don't even want to talk to y'all. Like, that's crazy. That means we ain't got a chance if we can't fix our problems. That means that our shit is contingent on motherfucking white people. We don't got a shot.
Nigga said, that's crazy. That nigga had to pay an app for the thing.
This nigga Chef is a member. I don't know how you could do this. My only Chef could be a nigga, purely, and FBA and ADOS. The nigga was a pseudo killer. He was Muslim. This nigga been in every group. This nigga been in every group. He has a keen understanding. He been in everything. The only thing he ain't been in was Dagger Squad and the House of Conscience. It's the only two things he ain't been in. Dagger Squad or the House of Conscience. He hate
that nigga was over there though.
He was on the panel, so he's close.
He on the panels, goddamn.
Yeah, this nigga he's a Renaissance man.
I never agreed with them niggas.
I know, but I promise you. But you know what? But if Sadetta saw me and you walking down the street, you say, "Hey, Chef, who is that nigga?" He knows who you are. Bro. Y'all got a relationship. Trust me. You don't know who I am. I doubt Garfield even knows who I am, but that nigga knows you. He might not like you. He knows you.
So look.
Go ahead.
The fact that I'm not trolling, the fact that I'm sitting here telling you niggas, you tell me if the problem is racism and white supremacy and we ain't figured that out yet, then the problem is not racism and white supremacy, is we might got the Charles Murray issue. That's what I'm saying. It's either or. Ain't no other way around it.
That's nasty work. That's nasty work that you bought.
Wait, because he do Fetty.
That's nasty work. That's nasty work.
This shit ain't even. The funny thing is, this shit is so predictable. It don't even make sense. Chef gonna say something.
Hey, I'm with you.
Chef gonna say something. Fetty gonna come off mute and say, "Yeah."
But look, I don't think it's the Murray issue though. You
That's
feel
not
me?
what you just said, bro.
So I'm saying, and I don't believe it's I said racism exists. You know what I mean? But if you can't figure that shit out, right? than is the Charles Murray issue. That's what I'm saying.
Damn.
Pocket, man.
Nigga made a
I mean,
Mario song with that
You
shit.
actually sound worse.
we've been down that road we've been down that road that niggas is just ignorant, lazy, stupid, and incapable. We went down that road like 4 hours ago. That's what they're saying. So hold on. No, we're disproportionately by the data fucked up. That's it. Right? That's it. We're just disproportionately fucked up by the numbers. Not proportionately, which would go across the board for any nationality, race, income group, education level, doesn't matter, right? There's a proportion of that group that ain't gonna make it. But we're disproportionately fucked up because we're what? Black people. That's what Chef is saying. Or not recognizing he's saying that. The numbers are disproportionate. So we're extra stupid, extra lazy, extra low IQ. But we've been here longer than most of the groups, that are doing better than us. Been here the longest, we know the least. Right? We the laziest, and we still here. We the worst, and we still here. You'd have thought people with our traits would have died off. Would have fell below the belt and just fucking disappeared. Nope. We're extra fucked up. So, since we are, and that's what the data says, who's telling their children that? Who's telling younger people that? Who's yelling that outside? Nope, we all yelling it's the system. No one's teaching their young people that. No one thinks that on the way to work. On the way to work. So that's the original question. Are we disproportionately fucked up individuals or not? The numbers show disproportion. We ain't dealt with that yet.
I don't.
What I said earlier, single parenthood, drug use, lack of education, that's in proportion to any other group. But the disproportion, I'm going to keep saying it. That's what a DIS means. Something is not right. So either we're more fucked up than other people or something else is going. Mm-hmm.
But someone on here.
Somebody got to pick a hill to stay on.
I think y'all trying to have a serious conversation with Carnivorous. And that nigga is ducking. He's dug in. Sometimes you just got to allow a motherfucker to be dug in, bro. Chef is intelligent as hell. Carnivorous is crazy. So it's like when you're having a conversation.
But he didn't answer the question, though. He didn't say we're disproportionately fucked up. He said some individuals are. Some people we may know are, or some people we heard of are.
I don't even understand.
But when it comes to the data, now hold on. The data shows it's disproportionate. So there has to be a reason for that. Either we're fucked up or there's something else going on. It's simple. Just say it. We're more fucked up than everybody. Lazy. We don't understand math. We don't understand economics, the legal system. We don't understand none of that. And how long we've been here? In this country, watch people come and go. Come, do bad, do good, then do bad. We've been here just as long, pretty much, as the Europeans been. And we don't know shit. We ain't figured nothing out. We ain't tried everything. Get the fuck out of here. Just say it. We fucked up. If that's what you think.
But when you say all of that, I just want to be clear. So you understand my point. And I hear you. And his response to you was that impassioned, intelligent, statistically correct statement. His response was, I don't understand. I think y'all trying to have like a genuine conversation with a motherfucker that's not trying to understand what y'all saying at all. He's not hearing y'all.
No, they're having individual conversation about their pet peeves about black people that they know, black people that they had interactions with, black people they suspect of just being an outright fucking bum. You can hear it in their rhetoric. It's a personal issue. Because you can't show across the board that the group has not done every fucking thing according to American culture, or tried every metric and means. They can't show that. And there ain't no numbers saying we're more lazy, more fucking stupid, more prone to criminal behavior or detrimental actions to our own livelihood, our family's livelihood, and our kids' livelihood. There ain't no numbers for that.
Yes, it is. We're more prone to shoot.
No. Show me the numbers that show we're more lazy. No, stop. No, let's deal with it one by one. One by one. Show the numbers that we're more lazy and less likely. No. Let's just deal with employment. Let's deal with employment. Don't fly. No. Let's deal with employment. Employment. Let's deal with employment.
I don't need to worry about
Let's deal with employment. Let's deal with employment. Show the numbers where we're less likely, hold on, to seek employment, right? Maintain employment and gain beneficially or detrimentally from that employment. Show the numbers that we don't do that.
I can show that us on the average level, on a group
show the numbers that we don't seek employment.
I gave you a definitive one. I
show the numbers we don't seek employment.
And you talking about jobs. He's talking
show the numbers we don't seek employment.
Yeah, I know, but y'all just keep saying the same thing. But what are you trying to? What are you looking for exactly, Hits? What are you looking for exactly?
There is no data on their side that we're more lazy, stupid.
I don't care about that.
And fucked up. There's no data on
the group average. We average at 85 to 90 in IQ.
Show the data where we don't seek employment.
That's a fact.
Gainful employment. Show the data.
Oh no, you're talking about employment. I think they're giving you answers though. I think they're trying.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let them talk. When they start talking, let them talk.
No. They're going to tell. Hold on. I just want the audience to know. They're going to give us data that show that African Americans don't seek gainful employment.
Okay, go ahead.
What?
I'm confused.
That exists.
There ain't none. Now I was quiet. There ain't none.
Right. You really, again, you asking questions you probably don't know based off
simple question. Show the data. Now hold on. Hold on. No. Because when I was quiet, he didn't say nothing. Let's clarify the question. Show the data. Show the data where African Americans don't seek gainful employment.
Nobody
just talking about employment.
Nobody.
Hold on. So you don't have none. So you don't have none, right? No, stop right there. Stop right there. We talking about employment. No, we talking about employment. Is there data that you have? Is there data that you have? Is there data that you have that shows African Americans don't seek gainful employment?
That wasn't the argument I was making, but if somebody
asked a simple, then be quiet then. It's a simple question. Chef got it.
But he was talking about something completely different though.
Chef said he got the data. Go ahead. Go ahead, Chef.
I'm not answering that. That's foolish.
So you don't have no data.
I think Anathema just called me an old lodge Negro. God damn.
Oh, what?
What the fuck? I don't always focus on the chat, right? So in the chat.
Oh shit! They on the soundboard.
This nigga said.
Let me get all that stuff I put on the soundboard.
Sounds like an old lodge Negro.
Lodge. Jesus.
There is powerful bigotry at work here.
That's not me on the soundboard, by the way. That's somebody else.
Whoever's on the soundboard, they killing it though. They right on
They
time.
cheating.
As long as they know they throwing shit at a throne, I'm good. I'm used to niggas throwing shit. That's cool. That nigga said I'm a old lodge basic Negro. God damn. I don't even think I said
Like,
that.
I mean,
No.
I kind of know what that means.
No. That's how you feel. That's cool. I just be wanting to know. At least he said it. I appreciate that. I appreciate that enough. I appreciate that. But y'all go ahead. I ain't trying to fuck up the conversation. I just figured y'all would find that humorous. Now I got to go back to what I said with my large Negro sound.
Damn moon cricket.
Yeah, that's wild. I don't even know what a lot. Okay, move on. Because I'm about to get this. Let me just mute my mic. Let me just go ahead. Y'all go ahead. Proceed to have your conversation. Maybe I'm gonna be quiet.
No, well, I think to me it was simple. If we're disproportionate, right, in one category, as wealth, unemployment, health, all of these things, we're disproportionately higher. So either it's because we're disproportionately fucked up individuals, brainwashed. Somebody said it was the man system. You don't get it. Go out there, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It's either that, right, or something else. Is it that? Are we just more fucked up than everybody? We can start with that question. That's a yes or no question.
All right, allow them to answer. Go ahead, Fetty or Chef. I'm assuming you're talking to them because I'll immediately say no.
Anyone. The numbers show is disproportionate.
I don't care what the numbers show. I don't care what the numbers. I'm gonna answer your question. I don't care what the numbers show. I don't care. No human beings are 99.9% the same and mean the same shit they say. So human beings is 99.9% the same. I don't think any group of any people is that much different outside of whatever. There's different power structures. There's dominant groups at the time. Right now, we are not the dominant group, and this ain't even our country to be dominant. And we just got civil rights 60 years ago. That's not my answer's not going to change. We are not disproportionately anything. We're human, just like
we are. No. We are because even it. Okay, go ahead. Okay, because I can show you in the dominant group that they're not disproportionate.
The stats may say one thing, but I don't live my life based on what the stats say. Because if I did live my life off the stats, I agree with Chef. I just give the fuck up. So I cannot believe that's a fact. I have to believe there's systems working against it. And through time, I think we'll be all right as a race. I think black people will be just fine. You know, grading us after 60 years is like saying you ain't ready for college after the sophomore year of high school. We still building. I think we'll be fine.
Oh, kind of like we leaning into the brilliance, man. The African Americans.
So hold on. So you're saying we right where we should be?
No, I'm saying it's not as bad as I'm just saying it's not as bad as what y'all. Not y'all. It's not as bad as these conversations make it seem. No matter what.
It's not as bad as the numbers. It's not as bad as the numbers.
No, when we talk about violent crime in any city, amongst black people, that's 1% of the population committing those crimes. We just never talk about the other 99. I know the stats. The stats may, even if they're disproportionate, it's still 1% of us.
Okay. Can we pull up stats that we're ahead of everybody?
To what?
In education, in education, in business, in health, in wealth, okay. Well, somebody got to find them stats.
No. I didn't know you were saying overall. No. Yeah, you're right. I didn't know what you were saying.
In any metric, are there stats that we're ahead of anybody? Positive metric. I have to add that.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, and if you're stating it in that way, I would say individual metrics, you might find us ahead, in some of those, but the majority.
Okay.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. We can use available metrics, right? We can use age, 16 to 25 age group. 25 to 35. We can use income. 35,000 a year to 60,000 a year. We can use sex, male or female. We can use industry.
Black women are the most educated. I'm about to go. Because now I think we're going down. I want to be clear. Black women are the most educated group by gender and race when measured by college enrollment rates. Since 2010, Black women have enrolled in and completed college at higher rates than black men, white men, and most other groups. Entrepreneurship growth. Black women are the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs in the United States. Military service. Black Americans are overrepresented in military service relative to their share of U.S. population, meaning we have a stronger civic participation than most other groups. We also have a higher voter turnout than white Americans in the 2008, 2012, 2016, 2020 elections. Black Americans dominate in music, sports, fashion, and cultural influence. In sports like basketball, football, and track, we consistently lead globally. Health and resilience. We have lower suicide rates. Black Americans, especially Black women, have lower suicide rates than their white counterparts, despite often higher stressors. Community resilience. Black communities report higher levels of church participation, social support, and community cohesion. Declining teen pregnancy rates. We have the lowest teen pregnancy rate. It's the sharpest decline amongst all groups and teens. Philanthropy and giving. Black folks give a higher percentage of the discretionary income to charity and community causes more than any other race. So despite the systemic barriers, Black Americans are ahead in educational gains, specifically women, entrepreneurship growth, cultural leadership, civic participation, and certain health social resilience measures. I will not sit in a chat where we fucking cannot figure out.
Hold on. No, read that one sentence.
I thought the
and
white
despite
man
of, hold on. Read that one sentence you said. In despite of, say that again.
Despite of systemic barriers.
Stop right there. Despite of systemic barriers. If we're that positive on everything you just mentioned, how are we still low on the totem pole here? The lowest.
Because once again,
you gotta kill yourself, bro.
Wait, now something is missing. Something is missing.
Y'all will say y'all will say that I'm saying something positive about Black people that's killing myself. You know what would have killed ourselves? Don't nobody interrupt me for 2 seconds. You know what would have killed ourselves? If Hits would have asked the question, what do we lead in? And we won't talk about that, but we'll be so quick to talk about what we ain't shitting when there are things that we lead in. So all I did was give the information that he asked. Now, if we want to forget all of that, I knew y'all would start talking. I literally said, hold on. I knew y'all would start talking because when we talk positively about Black people,
here we go. The fake shit.
Come on, Fetty. Come on.
No. I said what I said. Now, if you can accept what I said and now say emotional strings. And now say, but Black people ain't shit. See how this goes? It goes, I just said all of that, and then you go, well, then why we ain't shit over there? Or why we ain't shit on this totem pole? Or why we ain't shit here? That's a conversation I'm not gonna have. Y'all can sit here and do that. But I just trust and believe, Hits, when you ask that question, what do we lead in? If I wouldn't have read it, it would have been crickets in a damn near all Black chat right now. Like as if Black people don't lead in shit. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that there are situations in this country, and if we're saying threshold of responsibility to a Black person being responsible, a Black person being accountable, the primary factor that's having an effect on Black people in these United States are outside stressors, not within. It's not their resilience that they're struggling with. They have primary stressors.
We understand that. Now, hold on. We understand that on our Black side of this conversation. Everything that you just mentioned, we all know. Hopefully, we all know. If anybody know anything about Black history in America, we should know. Hold on. We should know some of those metrics, right? That is not what they say, right? Or it's not as bad as presented. or the music ain't as horrible and is a contributing factor as to girls wearing skimpy outfits and dudes pulling their hat down over their eyes. Overall, we do the right thing, or we try to. The why comes in because we're still at the bottom.
Okay, so now can I answer that question?
So now, hold on one second. That's the gist of a lot of these conversations. If majority of us, which Brass just showed, are trying to and doing the best they can, why are we still at the bottom?
It's for 200.
Now, hold on. One more word. One more word, Brass, then I'm done.
Okay.
Disproportionately at the bottom. Not just at the bottom.
Okay.
Every society leaves room for a lower class. It could be handicap, could be age, could be whatever. There's that factors in. But if you're disproportionately somewhere, even doing everything you said, what else is going on?
Well, okay, so also, I mean, I know we're gonna boo and hiss at our own people, but just understand when y'all boo and hiss at what I'm about to say, you're booing and hissing your great grandmother and your great grandfather. Because at the end of the day, remember, we're also a group that worked for free for 300 years. No, tomatoes, y'all got tomatoes to throw at that, bro? That for 300 years in this particular country that we supposed to get ahead in, we worked for free for 300 years and never was paid, while they benefited for free. Then after the fucking slave trade, so now we'll do a short, quick history lesson. So then after that, you get Reconstruction. So after you get this emancipation, let's not forget, we've tried numerous times as a people, as individual groups, and as individual people. So I say black people, individual groups within the black people, we've tried. They have not only suppressed it, they violently suppressed our attempts when we do advancement, when we tried to have ownership, when we tried to be a part of the political process, when we tried to have better schools. These are violently. Then when we get into the home ownership, then you go into the redlining. So I'm not saying it's not a person's individual responsibility also, but we are unique in our stressors of being the only group of people here that had a 300-year wage gap. And we're trying to say, why aren't y'all like them? When they worked our ass for 300 fucking years and didn't pay us, and now y'all saying, well, we gotta catch them. When they constantly suppress, every time we try, constantly suppress. They give you rights, they take it back. They give you affirmative action, you don't really benefit from it. Give you DEI, don't really benefit from it. Tell you free, mass incarceration. Like every single time, this is what I mean. If you wanted to talk about what black culture is, it's actually resilience. Bro, I just told you that black women are the most educated. Gender, race, I forgot exactly what the stat was of that group. You know what the other side of that stat is? They're also the largest victims of wage theft in the country.
Mm-hmm.
So when we keep saying why we ain't doing this, why we ain't doing that, it ain't for lack of fucking effort. Motherfuckers is trying. Motherfuckers been trying. But how the fuck do you replace 300 years of wages? How do you fucking replace 300 years of motherfucking advancement, political participation? How about there was 300 years where you was just property? You was no different than a fucking Xbox to these niggas. And now you telling me, oh, you can't keep up with them. We're so disproportionately fucking this, that, and the other. What the fuck are y'all talking about in here? We got the worst healthcare access. We got higher maternal mortality, shorter life expectancy. The food deserts. We talking about, oh, well, motherfucker can eat healthy. He lives in a fucking food desert. So when I'm just saying, while y'all talking about all this, I'm gonna land my plane. When y'all talk about all this, pick yourself up from your bootstraps and we can figure it out, and why we can't do this and why are we that, I just want y'all to always remember we've had rights for 60 years in this country, and we worked for free for 300 years and just became human. We weren't even humans at first. When they drew this Constitution that we love, We was 3/5 humans in that. But y'all keep talking about why we can't do this and what we can't do. Celebrate what we have done.
I'm still waiting on the data. Now hold on. Braz gave a bunch of reasons
That was good, Brad.
for the disproportionate part.
That was good.
He gave a good reasons for the disproportionate part. I'm still waiting.
Had a last word.
I'm still waiting on the other side of the table to say why we're actually what Brad said was proportional, considering America the last 300 years. I'm still waiting to hear the reason why we're disproportionately fucked up from the other side of the table.
By the way,
other than hold on. Other than
from the chat. This is from the chat. Give me 2 seconds. I said all of that. And Anathema's fucking answer
was what?
You niggas are crazy.
Okay. Yeah, you went out. Could you repeat that?
I just said
No, we hear you.
I said all of that. And Anathema's response is not all of them receive funding from slavery. As if that makes a fucking difference to what I just said.
This is what niggas the last 10 minutes, we laid out accolades of black people. We laid out obstacles for black people. We laid out a lot of shit, history, in the last 10 minutes, not 10 hours, 10 minutes. And I'm still waiting to hear the data or the information that shows we are disproportionately fucked up people. I ain't heard it yet. And if that don't make sense to somebody, ask me a question on what I mean by that. The numbers show disproportionate, not proportional. The shit Stephen Fetty is talking about is proportional violence, proportional single parenthood.
I'm talking about education. That's my focus.
Whatever you call it, that's proportion to a large group in a society. There are things called proportions. Okay, there's room for that. There's understanding.
So one child.
Now hold on. Let me finish my one. Just let me finish my one sentence. If something, stop. One sentence. If something is disproportionate, stop. Now hold on. No. One sentence. If something is stop. No. If something is disproportional. If something is disproportional, people are going to look into why. Y'all have not provided the why of the disproportionality of black people's situation in this country. The shit y'all talking is proportional. Crime, education, doing great, becoming a billionaire, 1 in 1 million chances. Becoming broke, 2 in 18 chances. Having gainful employment, 5 in 17. That's all proportionate across the board. You have not provided nothing, you or Fetty, that why we're disproportionately fucked up other than we need to act right and just get them to go to work. That's it? That's your fucking data?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, wait.
You can't find that nowhere.
Hold on. Let Chef go. We're still on Carnivorous Podcast channel. Let the niggas speak.
I agree. Listen, sometimes the answer is so simple that niggas just don't want to accept it. You know what I mean? Yeah, go to school, get good grades, and go to fucking work. What else you want to hear? It's just that simple. But it's hard for you niggas. I'm going back.
Okay, I'm going to look up the stats for college kids that have moved back to their parents right now. So go to school. Hey. Matter of fact, when I was younger, they had a phrase: "Be cool, stay in school." Oh, I forgot. Yeah. Y'all thought the 80s. Now, hold on. Y'all thought the 80s was all older drug dealers giving younger kids drugs either to get them hooked or to have them out there selling. Because that's what the narrative was, right? No, there was a phrase called "Be cool, stay in school." Let's crack on each other for that shit. So I'm gonna look up how many college kids in the past maybe 4 years had to move back home with their parents or couldn't sustain post-college an apartment, a vehicle, or reasonable income right out of college. This ain't even black kids.
Bro,
No, I'm still waiting on. I'm still waiting on. I'm still waiting on why we're You didn't answer disproportion though, Chef. You saying shit that happened to regular folk.
Maybe I don't understand your question.
It's simple. Why are we disproportionate? Are we more fucked up than other people? Yes or no?
Yes, we are.
Okay, that's it. There you go. Then you heard his answer.
He thinks that
we was
that's
in
it. I'm
good.
said that.
So how you gonna say that and then get mad at what Chef said?
Who?
So hold on. You and Chef are saying black people are more fucked up morally, legally, as we stupid, we all that than any other group.
No, I ain't say all that.
I'm saying it.
No, that's what
okay, Chef said that. No, I just want to see what Freddie was.
The reason why I go to education thing because I'm looking at numbers based off test scores and IQ. And if I'm using that to forecast our future situation, it ain't looking good, and we got to address that. No matter how many smart black people and thriving black people we talking about, on average, our shit is lower compared to other groups. So much so.
Hey, Freddie, I apologize. I cut you off. Go ahead.
Freddie, just say why.
No, hold on. Hold on. So,
it ain't about the why. It's about how to change it. That's my main thing. How do we fix it?
And you know why?
So listen to this. No. No.
I'm saying we argue over the causation, but it still has to be addressed. It seems like when somebody addresses, just simply addressing it, not even talking about the why.
You don't know what you're addressing, and why it does matter. So you can address the correct situation.
No, I'm saying regarding what I just said. Of course, the why matters. I never said it doesn't matter.
So listen to this.
Okay, go ahead.
You know, I want to say the why. I'm talking to you directly, Freddie. Tell me if these stats. So I'm trying to keep it into a stat conversation when I talk to you, because that stats is something that'll move you more than just compassion or whatever. So civic and social access. I'm comparing blacks to everyone else. Black voters face longer wait time, fewer polling places, and legal challenges. In 2025, the average wait time in a black precinct to vote was 45% longer than any other precinct. 45%. Criminal justice. Black Americans are incarcerated now in 2025 7 times the rate of other races. Black people make up 13% of the U.S. population, but 39% of the prison population. Maternal mortality, we all know that. Black women are 4 times more likely to die from pregnancy. Education, now listen to this. Black students graduate high school and college at lower rates than white and Asian students, even though black women are the fastest growing group. Black college graduates hold higher average debt burdens, normally 3 to 1 than other groups, which slows wealth building after graduation. Home ownership. Black people own homes at 31%, white people 74%. Median household income. This is adjusting for education. If all things being equal in the classes, all things being equal, so we're saying median. This is the wealth rate of these people are all the same. They work the same jobs. They make the same amount of money. Asians, $553,000 wealth. White people, $275,000. Black people, $23,000. Now listen to the income. The median household income for the same jobs. Asians, $108,000. White people, $84,000. Hispanics, $73,000. Black people make $43,000 for the same jobs now.
Yeah. Oh shit.
This is for the same jobs. So when we have these conversations, right? I'm gonna land my plane on this.
I don't believe that shit.
That's fine. If the struggles were only about class, you'd expect poor whites and poor blacks to be about the same. But even when you control for income, black people face additional structural barriers like discrimination in hiring, higher loan denial rates, heavier policing, and generational wealth gaps. So our outcomes on stats and surveys hold worse than other poor groups. The disadvantage stacks on top of it by itself. So listen, yes.
That's not explained right.
Yeah, I'm still talking. Yes, Black Americans are disproportionately struggling, not just struggling like everyone else. The data shows that even when controlling for income, education, or location,
Black people experience higher levels of inequality and worse outcomes than other groups. Now, Fetty, or Shad, it doesn't matter, but Fetty, giving you that information, are you still saying that it's just us? That it's a level playing field, or even that it's slightly disadvantaged versus or that it's slightly disadvantaged versus the disadvantages I just told you.
You reading all
disadvantages.
You reading all of that still doesn't indicate that it's a 100% systemic issue.
No one says it's 100% systemic issue. That's not a argument we making. I said it's primary. I'm not saying that. Yeah. I would never say it's 100%. Nothing is 100% anything. Some niggas got to get themselves together. I would never say that. But I would say that amongst those stressors, then amongst those stressors, just understand that if we're getting incarcerated at 6 times more, like these aren't small disadvantages I'm talking about. These are extreme stresses. So when you're trying to figure out why it's disproportionate, the fucking trauma and the mute, Chef.
Yeah, Chef, you might want to mute up.
No, y'all mute or somebody else do. Or you can do the when we keep talking about why we're disproportionate and where we at, the barriers and institutions is disproportionately weighed against people. So you can't say it's not like that's for other. Bro, I just named Hispanics. Hispanics make $73,000 a year on average. We are below them. And they got their own set of stresses. Our stresses are unique. And on top of that, Fetty, y'all cannot account for 300 years of lost wages.
I got you.
Lost education, lost advancement, lost political representation.
I'm gonna hit you with the 2 things can be true every time. 2 things can be true because a lot of the accountability things we talk about can add fuel to that fire that we talking about that's rooted in systemic shit. So I'm saying a lot of Black people who just may be living life, not financially literate, not looking at certain statistics, they may not realize that they're adding to those problems. So I'm saying, yes, something can be fucked up, but there are things you can do to change that or make it a little better. So when you talk about those, I can't give you an estimate. I can't give you an estimate if it's accountability / systemic racism, but I know it's both. And
I know it's both too. We agree. I know it's both too. We agree. I'm not disputing.
But I'm saying like having not you, but a person having a systemic racism argument, right? Like a lot of Blackologists we see or Pan-Africans or whatever, but they completely ignore the statistics that, make us, kind of cringe a little bit. But I'm saying that's not doing.
You mean like how I read all of that and Chef said I'm not believing none of that shit?
No. I think what he meant was not what he meant, but the statistics show us on the bottom. So Brass brought out statistics that show that per capita or per person, we do just what other groups do, right? That's what his data was showing per person, per group in a relative plane. We do what other people do, but the other numbers show we are still on the bottom. Now, we not getting to the point of why. Chef said, motherfuckers, and I'm gonna quote, ain't worth shit if they just act right and do right. Hold on, everything will be fine. That would surmise that everything Black people have done up until 2025, because in 2025, we're still on the bottom. We ain't did none of what Chef and Fetty and anybody is talking about. We ain't tried it. We didn't understand it. We just don't get it. We prone to bullshit. In 2025, we still saying, oh, we just don't get it. If we just act right and do right, now, that's on our side of the table. What no one's talking about is what's on the other side of the table. If I say the system is hold on. If the system is if the system is fucking people over. Hold on, just let me finish my sentence.
Everybody
if the system is fucking people over. What? One question. If the system is fucking people over, no one's holding the system accountable. No one's holding the majority accountable. That word again, accountability. Only the motherfucker that's getting kicked in the face need to get his shit together. And what me and Logic talk about all the time is on the other side of the table, they don't give a fuck what you trying to do. They don't give a shit how good you trying to be, how many laws you ain't trying to break, how much income and education you trying to get. They don't give a shit. Why you leave that out? That's the elephant in the room. You aiming at little people. Now hold on, just let me finish. Let me finish. You aiming at, we aiming at the little people, not the elephant, and really think you got a chance against the elephant in the room, which ain't getting discussed. We're gonna shy away from that and turn back. Yeah, that's too big of a fucking problem for me to deal with. I'm gonna go back and look at these little problems. Nigga, put the beer down. Put the Jordans down. Girl, take them eyelashes off. You get up at 5 o'clock instead of 7 o'clock. You work a double shift. That's who you aiming your vitriol at. But the elephant in the room, nobody got no smoke for. Zero smoke you got for them. Don't run away from the big dog.
Go ahead, Freddie. You're on mute if you're talking.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah,
you good now.
All right, so again, you tried to create another false narrative that I have this narrative or this rhetoric of saying something on one side and not taking into account the other side. I hate how these convos always go like this. It's like when you try to find middle ground, niggas gonna still say you have this opposition that's so extreme. But I'm not even gonna stress that much. But I mean, again, bro, if you gonna knock people for having some sort of disgust when they see that certain things, whether dealing with our culture or anything, that may be adding fuel to a lot of the things y'all talking about, understand those same people in your community will kind of act like the shit y'all talk about as far as the systemic shit we don't know about. That amazes me. Like the fact that y'all feel like y'all gotta tell us this as if we don't know. Like that shit is a mind-blowing thing to me. But again, like it seems as if whenever somebody tries to hone in on African Americans and a lot of the shit, again, we can do to help the problem. Niggas ain't trying to hear that. And I want to say this one thing. You also got to acknowledge, like Booker T. Washington said, all of the systemic shit y'all talking about, there's an industry and there's people in high positions that is using that to keep you in that same position because that's going to keep their job in money. So that's the only thing I'd say.
Well, this morning, and I hear what you're saying, right, Petty? This morning, I actually said that Brass was gonna present some of the same things that he was speaking of a few minutes ago. You know, the wage theft,
That's cool.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. When he puts it in, when he adds in, the one thing that I didn't think of, Petty, was when he adds in the 300 years of free labor and some of the other things that he brought out. Like, I'm not sure I can really have the same. I mean, like, how do I want to say it? Even and as a matter of fact, Miss Sincere pointed out, even when we talk about some of the, if you want to say, well, it's rotten the culture and it's this, that, and the other. Well, what my thing is, what would have put that rot there? What made for the drill culture and the this, that, and the other? Like it's some systemic shit that was, I think, it's the result of some systemic shit that's that I don't know if it makes sense that that we go through it and so go ahead. You trying to say something, Fendi?
You know what though? You know what? I may have too much faith in black. Look, it's kind of hitting me like reason why I care about things like the bell curve and certain statistics that I see trying to fit. Maybe I have too much faith in black people, bro. Maybe I should take the rhetoric that, you know, we have this system that's weighing on us and we really can't do nothing about it. It sounds like y'all saying that we handicapped and we inferior. So maybe y'all right.
No.
No,
What it is, Fetty, when
that's what I'm hearing.
It's asked the question and
That's what
nobody.
it sounds like. It sounds like
That's
the
what
white
I'm
man
hearing.
is like a demigod. It sounds like he a demigod and we just can't do nothing. So
Right.
hey, I guess
So
that I thought that up
You
to
use his bell curve data to say that. No, hold on. Betty is the particular one that used the bell curve data to say that. So how the hell are we?
I don't know.
No, hold on. No, you said we're saying the white man's thing. No, you brought all the white man information. Don't forget what you brought. You brought the bell curve white man data. You brought that. Don't push that off on nobody else.
Because I got the balls and the mental fortitude to talk about shit you don't.
Yeah. Oh, now it take balls to somebody else do it. Oh, they just bringing the white man down.
I don't turn the blind eye. I don't turn the.
Yeah, no one is.
I got the.
No one is.
Yeah, stay on the.
No one is. You still ain't proved the why. You still ain't answered the why. Yeah, because you can't. You or Chef can't answer that. Other than saying we more fucked up than everybody. And no one believes that. No one believes that except for y'all. Y'all believe that. Just say that's what you believe. That's
and
cool.
Even if you were to say we're more fucked up, but Hits, even if you were to say that,
they ain't even gotta prove it. They can just say it. They ain't even gotta prove it. They could just say it.
But what's the cause of it?
Analytics all day, but don't look at ours.
No, we ain't doing wise, Smalls. Remember, we ain't doing wise. We ain't doing wise. We ain't doing the how. We need to know. They just talking. They ain't got no data to prove that. They just saying that.
None of the books I read.
They ain't saying that. Sure. So you should have an easy why. Why?
I'm not against.
Hold on. Fetty read a whole lot of books. Fetty read a whole lot of books. He gonna tell us why.
Bringing data, niggas don't look at it. Niggas.
Go ahead. Why are we more fucked up than everybody else, Fetty? Go ahead. Fetty gonna tell us.
I mean, because my thing at this morning Hits, I was just like in 2025, like I was really
Betty knows why we are more fucked up. He said he read books on it. He been dropping knowledge. Tell us why we're more fucked up than everybody. Betty got it. Or Chef, help Fetty out. I'm sure Chef. I don't think Chef's still here. No, Chef gone. No, he's there. Fetty know why. No, Fetty's gonna tell us why we're more fucked up than everybody else. And hopefully you don't end up on, alcohol or weed or Jordans or rap music, shit like that, because that's the majority of our consumption and budget, Jordans and, gold chains and all that stupid shit. Yeah, for sure. Yep.
I need brand statistic. Explain how we can work at the same job as a white person and an Asian, do the same thing and get paid less. That's a civil rights issue. Like y'all can't believe.
Yeah, that discrepancy would be alarming. I'm not saying that the stat is wrong, but I mean, but let's say it's true.
No. Hold on. Say that again. I'm gonna Google it right now. No, hold on. We're gonna answer Chef question. What was the question again, Chef? How can black people work next to an Asian and make less money? Is that it?
Yeah, we're talking about like 40 grand.
Okay, hold on. I'll be more poignant. How can a qualified African American work next to a non-African American and make less money? Is that a better way to phrase it, Chef? Before I Google it. Anybody? Yeah, that's what I thought. Sounds hot.
I mean,
sounds interesting. Yeah, it's not that interesting. Trust me, it ain't. I still want to know why. We're more. Just say it. We're more fucked up than everybody else. We ain't gotta even have these long ass conversations. If that's how you feel, then that's cool. But they can't find no numbers to prove why. Man, I'm not sure. They can't prove we lazy. They can't prove we lazy. They can't prove. No, they can't prove we lazy. They can't prove we stupid.
You don't read none of that shit. So what are you talking
about? Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Yeah, who information? Saying what?
You be asking for shit that niggas probably could have said.
What's the information say, Fetty? For the audience, real quick. What does your information say? What does your information say? I bet you he won't tell y'all. What does your information say? You know why he won't tell y'all?
What? Go ahead.
No, you said no. Hold on. Are you gonna tell us, or do you want me to tell people why you won't tell us? What does your information say, Fetty? What does your information say? What does your information say, Fetty? TLDR. Too long, didn't read. Come on, let's go. What does it say?
I'm good. Because
y'all never asked Fetty what his information says.
It's being had in a disingenuous way.
In real time, I asked Fetty what his information says, and he won't tell us.
You're right. Because I just
what does it say? What does it say?
5 minutes ago, I just said, all right, I'm throwing in the towel. It's over.
No, what does your information? But you just jumped back then and said, I'll present all this information. Y'all don't read. What does it say?
There are statistics that you can forecast and show, like, for things that we care about. There's a direct correlation with it. And if we don't change these direct things, then the problem is going to get worse. But that's been my main, premise.
Okay.
But
I agree. What do we care about? That your data shows that we care about, I'm assuming, certain things more than others. What does your information say we care about paramount?
No, it's not necessarily like having a statistic saying
we care about football.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, hold on. Now Fetty talking. Now Fetty talking.
I'm saying you asking the statistical data for shit that I know based off being in my community, bro. Like y'all be forgetting that we black, my nigga. Like
no. I was going off the information you presented. Let's just deal with the information you presented. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let's just deal with that.
All I was saying is that you can't really find a statistic like that explaining, well, what do black people like, and it's gonna give you like a good idea. But based off reading books like Black Metropolis and a lot of authors from the 50s and 60s, they noted that, like Chef said, a lot of African Americans we value sports a lot, and I even admitted that I'm a victim of that. Like after reading those books from the 50s and 60s, how like black people gather together at a radio and how we know all the stats for every player and shit like that, and how that's a lot of our main talking points when being around each other. That stuff has a lot of
personal. No, hold on, slow down. Personal observations, right? That's what you're saying. Personal observations.
No. I'm saying off of what people said when I wasn't even living. How like the precursors of a lot of things that we see now.
Okay. No. I thought we were talking about the data that you presented. I wasn't going off your personal.
No, you said some shit about what we care about. That's what you said.
No. You said you presented us data. That was one thing you said. And then you said what we care. There's information, hold on, showing that we care about some of the probably wrong things, or you didn't say that?
No, what? I'm saying things we care about. Okay. No, the context was me saying what we care about is like educational attainment. Like you kind of messed up. Oh, you misinterpreted.
Okay. Stop right there. Okay. Do you have information showing that we don't care, or or less care than somebody else about?
I never said that though. I just clearly showed you how. I said the data, like things that we care about, like there are.
Data.
Hold on. Let me.
There you go, y'all. No, you said it. You said data.
Based off statistics. Bro. Let me finish. I'm saying
Asians and whites.
No, hold on. He said it.
Bro, I'm saying things that we care about, such as all of us, educational attainment, your future finances. You misinterpreted what I said by caring about. That's why I'm like, why are you talking about data?
Okay. Let's just say you're right. Why? Now hold on. Let's just say you're right. Why did you bring up that word data? You just said no. Hold on. You just said data. Stop it. He just said data. No. Chef, mind your business.
Anybody else listening? Hold on.
Betty just said data.
I say this like my 10th time saying this. I say this all the time, bro.
It's hard to have a conversation.
He said data.
Education. There are direct correlations to things that humans care about. Humans.
Oh, okay.
Like, bro, what the hell, bro? I've been saying that.
No, you said data. I didn't bring up data. You brought up data.
No, again, I broke down how you misinterpreted what I said and you jumped the gun. I wasn't talking about data correlating to what we care about, like in the definition sense. But yeah, it's a miscommunication.
Okay, Chef. Yeah, you're right. Go ahead, Chef. I'm sure.
I can't.
Chef communicating clearly.
I can't have a conversation with you. You're just gonna have to tell me what you're saying. Just tell me what you're saying and how we're wrong. With your data, your facts.
I'm gonna tell you. No. I'm gonna tell you what you're saying.
This shit ain't going nowhere.
No. I'm gonna tell you what you're saying, and I'm gonna tell you what you haven't said. I'm gonna tell you what you haven't said. I'm gonna tell you what you haven't said. You haven't said why we're disproportionately at the bottom. Everything you explained was proportional to any population group. You have not explained why we're disproportionately negatively affected by a lot of things. You have not explained that. You try to push it off, or we blame the system. We don't teach the young people this and that, or we're running around just blaming everybody for it. No, there's no data saying that. There is data saying that we're disproportionately at the bottom of a lot of metrics. You only explain what's normal to any group: violence, legal issues, drug abuse, anything, low income. That's proportional.
You saying
that's
both
proportional.
out of your mouth.
That's proportional.
You might think you making sense, bro.
No,
so
okay, no.
Me.
It don't have nothing to do with sense. You have not proved why we're disproportionately, other than saying we're just fucked up. That's it. You didn't say we buy more Jordans than white people. You didn't say we buy shit that we can't afford more than Asians. You didn't say, oh, we tell our kids the world is against you, unlike the Polish people or Italians. Yeah, I don't know where you live, but there's a lot of different groups around here. So you have not said nothing to show why it's disproportionate, other than to say we're more fucked up than everybody else.
Yo, I swear I don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah, because you don't want to say that, because they're listening. We're more fucked up than everybody else.
You think I'm scared to say something? Do you think that I'm scared to say something that's gonna make me? No, I'm not. I'm not. So if you say just say what you're saying, I might agree with you, or I might disagree with you, but you gotta say what you say.
I ask you a question. Why are we
can't answer your question because I don't understand
negatively affected by the same circumstances that other groups go through? Simple question. And your answer would be because we're more fucked up than other groups. Easy conversation. Right?
Chef not convinced, man. I think Chef is really trying to propose certain things and ideas to have a conversation on, and I think he's not convinced with the answers he's getting. I think he's trying to like work with y'all, the ones who disagree with him, but I think again the answers he's getting, he's not as convinced to agree with y'all. I think that's what's going on.
I agree. And if we don't have no information, it's just our opinion, right? If we don't have no data, it's just our opinion, right?
I got hella data to prove whatever point I'm trying to make. Okay. I'm not trying to do that right now. Because it'll be no point. Because like y'all said, why should I even care? Like, we done.
No, Fetty, 10 minutes ago, I asked you, what does your data say? What does your, hold on, he just said he got hella data. Y'all heard it. What does your data say? Just say what your data says. Just say what your data says. You said you got hella data. What does your data say? What does your data say? What does your data say?
I literally just said I don't want to talk about it. You asked.
See, now y'all heard Chef can't talk about it, and Fetty who won't talk about it.
Saying I can prove my
You got
point.
can't and won't. You got can't and won't. Get your asses out of here.
You right, bro.
Get your asses out of here. It doesn't matter. What does it say? What does it say? No, what does it say?
I'm not about to waste. I'm not wasting my time.
I told you what my data says. I told you what my data says.
I can show you all the data.
I told you what my data says. What does yours say?
And you're not gonna say. You know what?
Yeah,
bro? You're
can't
right.
and won't. That's your new names. Can't and won't. Can't and won't.
I'm using
can't and won't.
I'm using foresight. I'm forecasting what's gonna happen.
You ain't forecasting nothing. What does your data say?
I'm on the fucking highway driving, trying to send you data for some shit.
What does your data say? But you presented it 1,000 times. This is what you said. You said you presented it a whole lot of time. You should know it by heart.
Man, look,
what does it say?
At any point I'm proving I can.
The audience wants to know what your data says.
I've been proving it. So, hey, bro. It's just
what does it say, Fetty? What does it say?
But look, though, question. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, no, I ain't answering. You can't answer, I ain't answering.
Are you again, bro?
Nope.
I can send
talk to somebody else.
I'll send it when I get off the highway. But look, I'm saying, right? Are you saying that black culture is in a good enough state that can propel us forward for the generations to come, and you have no critique on black culture and how those are things that probably can be self-inflicting along with the systemic shit y'all talking about? Are you cool with the state of our culture right now?
What does your data say? Ladies and gentlemen, y'all have can't and won't on the platform.
Okay, so when
one can't explain it and the other one won't explain it.
Are you gonna read it?
Get the hell out of here.
You gonna read it out loud when I send to you? Can you hear me?
Chef, if you're trying to talk, we can't hear you, Chef. I see you lighting up, but we can't hear you.
Oh no, I wasn't saying nothing.
Oh, my bad. I see your thing lighting up.
No,
Fetty, I just wanted to know. Fetty, I just wanted to know what your data says. That's all. That's a simple question. If anybody think that's not a fair question, I'll mute out and shut the fuck up. I just want to know what Fetty's data says about African Americans. That's all.
Hold on, but Brass presented something that said that African Americans working the same job as other people get paid less. I'm saying that's crazy. Like, I don't know if that's explained right. You feel me? But yeah, if we actually believe that, it should be some riots going on. Like, that don't make sense.
No, don't start no fires. Do not listen.
No,
we
he
burning
just
nothing.
that.
Yeah, but he said some fires going on. We're not condoning violence.
I'm trying to figure out if that's true, and y'all always.
I'm sure if you Google it, well, Google it. I'm sure it's a Google search.
I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle. Of
well, not you. You know what I'm saying.
If y'all feel as though that shit is true, and this, like, what do you do about that? Do y'all actually believe that shit?
Well, shit. If that's the case, women, younger people, less educated people, there's all type of metrics that say that. What does anybody know, right? That the white male in this country is going to fare far better than any other group.
It wasn't just the white male. That particular stat that Brass brought.
No, I'm just saying, just overall, that all the stats going to show that. Go ahead. Come on.
No. You go ahead.
Yeah, that's historical. That's just
right.
That's probably the latest. That's the latest.
I think what Chef was saying that how do I want to say it? The numbers. I mean, I was a little alarmed by it. I mean, it was almost like I don't know who was at the top. It wasn't white folks. It was somebody else. Like it was almost double the number that it actually might be. Like they make twice as much than the average black person working the same job. That's I don't know. I don't know where that stat came from. And I think maybe Chef is just wrestling with that. Brass didn't post it. He only stated it. So
Yeah, that's
not all.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. You good.
ChatGPT was glitching.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a little. That was a little crazy.
That's a case. That's a case.
Okay. Hold on. No. I think he was reading. Yeah, but you can go to census. You can go to census.gov. You can go to the Office of Management. What is that? And Budget, the OF, whatever, SMB. You can go to government websites. You can go to watchdog websites that give you economic information, county, state, business, corporation numbers. You can get all of that. You can get demographic information from a ton of websites that just chart information like that. But you can go to census.gov. I'm trying to look on the computer. I had it like 40 shits. You can go to U.S. Department of Labor, policy, government, anything for women. You can go to that, minority. You got all type of websites that just collect and disseminate data.
Yeah.
So yeah. This is not just I Googled, ChatGPT said. Nah, these numbers are, and that's what I was saying earlier. A lot of these institutions will give you information that shows how fucked up they are. By law, they have to. That's public information. Like if they're telling you, yeah, you're more likely for some shit just because of this, and they're the ones instituting this shit and carrying this shit out. Like, okay, well, I don't believe that. I don't believe black people going to serve more time for a similar crime as a white person just because they said it. No, if they said it, they done did it, and they're doing it.
But just to be fair, I mean, we don't know where the stat came from. I mean, he didn't post it; he just quoted it. So
okay.
Just to be fair, I'm just saying, just to be fair, that
we lead in sport. That was kind of uplifting already stereotype. I'm like, that don't really help.
But if it's true, it's true.
I got you.
Right?
I mean, hey, but
if it's true, it's true.
Is it racist if another group say, they known for playing sports? That's their main. Is that racist?
And I think that was a ChatGPT search. That was separate from the other stuff that he read when he was talking about the financial or the wage discrepancies, right? What I don't think he read that at the same time that he read the
he read that was a whole paragraph. He was just saying all of the things that we was doing.
Oh yeah.
He was
he might be okay.
That's the contribute. Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, to show what on the other end. Not that his point was to show. I'm saying on the other end, even with all of those accomplishments, on a regular basis, whether it's saving account, whether it's parents in the home, whether it's staying out of trouble, whether it's maintaining a job, we're still at the bottom of a lot of metrics. And so even with all of those things, right? Why are we not only at the bottom, but disproportionately at the bottom? That's the tougher question to me.
It is to me as well, Hitch, because as I said again, I predicted some of the things that some of the stats that Brass was gonna pull out this morning. I was I was pretty much completely on Chef's side at the argument, like in 2025, there's this kind of no excuses. But man, when you start looking at those numbers, I don't. Somebody's got to explain that to me. Especially when Brass starts bringing up the success stuff, which nobody's arguing about that. We might argue about the wage thing, but nobody's arguing about what we lead in and what we succeed in. Okay, well, if that's the case, how in the fuck are we that statistically That's a problem.
Why are we on the bottom? You're right.
Yeah, why are we on the bottom? Like that's a chef. Like, yeah, bro, that's a problem. I don't know, man.
You have county websites, you have city websites, you have state websites, you have federal websites. You have non-systematic websites that collect data and use data. A lot of this information is available.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it is available. You can go look up. These are their numbers because guess what? They made the rules, record keeping, documentation, things like that. Anything above board is on paper some fucking where. It's documented somewhere. That's just the above board shit where you can find this information on.
Right. And the thing is, if the argument is that we're on the bottom just because it's bad culture and we just got some fucked up shit in the culture, but you can still show systemic bullshit, then what's putting the bad shit in the culture? Like
that's why I said two things can be true, and if you address
right,
that can help alleviate some of those problems, then that's the most logical thing to do. Like I don't see.
Okay,
I agree.
Yeah, I won't argue.
But here's the problem for y'all intelligent people, right? If someone can show how not having a job in your area that pays enough for you to earn a decent living, they can show you that numerically, geographically, legally. Like it's nowhere here to make good money on paper.
Mm-hmm.
That's different than saying you buying joy.
Is that just me or did he go out?
Yeah, you went out, bro.
It hits you out. You can hear me. We can't hear you, bro. Logic, until he comes back, were you gonna say something?
I can't. I don't know what to say right now. The conversation sounds crazy as shit to me, and I see people kind of dug in a little bit in their positions, and it's kind of. I'm still stuck on earlier. How I think at the end of the day, maybe let's redirect. Does anybody think that the train is going in the wrong direction? In America.
In America or for us?
Yeah, yeah. Could you look at black people's situation in 2025 and say it's going in the wrong direction?
Yeah, we're going in the wrong direction.
I would say.
What direction is that?
I don't think we're going.
What direction is that? No, I want to hear those who said we are. Tell me that wrong direction, if you would.
I'm gonna just.
Well, maybe I just tell us what he considers wrong direction.
I don't think we're going in the wrong direction, but I'm saying I think that our college graduates are increasing, right? I think that I think the future looks promising to me. I just don't think it might be happening as fast as we want it to. And we still dealing with some barriers, but that's what I mean by going backwards. Does it seem like we're getting dumber? Okay. Right? Are our reading levels going down? Is our incomes going down?
Okay.
I think in comparison, it probably looks crazy, but I'm guessing, and my guess is going in the right direction.
So now you elaborated.
I'm looking at these inner city schools and what these babies and what they doing.
Right. So what is Chef? What you mean by we going in the wrong direction?
But that's just the schools, though, Fetty. I would say overall, with what Logic is saying, I would have to change my answer. Now that he elaborated, I would say overall, yeah, it would be more right.
When forecasting what black people doing, I don't see how you can't use the youth and looking at what they doing. I mean, like we don't really matter really, and what we talking about in the future. So it's like
okay, I see what you're saying. I'm not discarding it, but I'm just saying he put some more into what he was saying.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So I'm just saying in regards
so are we getting worse though? Still answer the question. Are we getting worse?
Going into college and graduating, or what type of job you gonna get based off knowing the climate of the economy and all of that? Is graduating the most important thing? Because I know people with liberal arts degrees and in debt.
Versus people with trades making
so it's like graduate. That don't really
I know people with no degree who in debt.
I'm just saying.
I'm just fucking with you.
Who weren't educated and just went to college for the living a life experience and just picking the least resistance, and now they're in debt. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So like graduation, and just because they like that's good, but that doesn't tell the full story. I mean, I would want to see what positions, and I love the statistics y'all was talking about with black women. That's dope. My question would be, well, what positions are they graduating in, and what salary is that, and do they know these things before even picking these majors, and are they being educated on the salary, all of that before they even going into college? So those would be questions, like nuanced questions I would ask.
Think you have to ask Brass and he's not around. And if you're just pulling up the stat from ChatGPT, I guess you'd have to get them to elaborate. I'm not sure.
Yo, can you hear me?
Can you know?
I was just saying, based on what y'all saying, the white man and systemic racism got the game on all mad, and we some all pro niggas. So that's the best way I could chalk it up.
I wouldn't say that, Fetty, but it's just not as simple as I was trying to make it. At the very least, you know what I mean? Like again, I predicted what Brass was gonna say, but when he puts it with the other shit, it's like, man, I mean, or Chef, like I was asking you, like what are your thoughts about what he was saying? I mean, Fetty, you gave yours, but Chef, what are your thoughts about when you look at the?
So are we getting worse?
Yeah, and Logic asked a great question too. Like, I wouldn't say that.
Something?
Yeah, I mean, no one's even answered that yet. I mean, I answered. I would.
You about to let them move to something else, and they ain't even answered that yet.
That's true. My bad. I mean, I answered it. I actually changed my answer. I said at first we were, but then once you elaborated, I said no. I would say it's heading in the right direction, but slowly. Maybe not as fast as people would want it to. That's my answer.
The world is moving very fast. If y'all ain't noticed, so.
No, we're not getting worse.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we're getting worse.
After the way
Logic.
AI, y'all not even asking real questions. Like, real question.
I mean, I wanted to flush it out because I knew somebody would say, yeah, Chef said, yeah, we're getting worse. I'm trying to get him to explain it since he said it.
Maybe Baltimore is getting worse, but black people, no. No, maybe his town, maybe his region or whatever is going to shit, but the numbers don't
Well,
the numbers don't flesh that out. The numbers don't say that we're getting worse. The numbers say we're
yeah, what Freddie
graduating.
said.
The numbers say that we're graduating more, high school and college. We're having higher voter turnout, higher political participation, higher political representation, higher entrepreneurship. But just where it's not getting worse and why it seems like it's not in specific areas is because the areas that it's not getting better is our areas that we tend to focus on, or that America tends to focus on: the wealth gap, the housing, the incarceration, the crime, and the health. So,
and that's why I initially said no.
Yeah, but see, we also got to remember, like I said, with American issues, we can't take ourselves out of America. We're definitely American, African American, but right now, as far as inflation and economics in and of the United States, for the class that we're talking about, they're getting hit the hardest. Person making $80,000 can deal somewhat better with inflation and low income and wage stuff than a motherfucker making $40,000 for the same job.
Mm-hmm.
When milk goes up, maybe they've established the savings. Maybe they've established a few things that somebody that's making a smaller amount can't.
Hey, by the way, Brass, was that that's Chat GPT that gave you that, right?
No, I'm reading. I went and got a book, but if I pull up ChatGPT, I'm pretty sure to say the same shit.
Yeah, I think they might want the actual source that you pulled up. Those.
I'm not pulling up sources for niggas that's just gonna say I don't like it. Are you crazy?
But I'm just
Are you
saying,
crazy? In a conversation with these people, I'm gonna pull up a source. Come here, please.
Maybe if you show it to them,
No. Don't believe that. Bro, listen.
All right.
Why would I listen? I said earlier in the chat, I'm not giving Chef no fucking sources. Chef don't read that shit and he don't listen. Y'all be having to forget who y'all really do be forgetting who y'all talking to, bro. Like this nigga is once he's dug in, he dug in. I'm not even talking to Chef right now.
No. You got to fix that. Chef Mike, carnivorous with.
Yeah. Right now we dealing with carnivorous. Chef will be back shortly. Carnivorous, listen. Carnivorous will come off mute, say some shit to keep the conversation at the highest level of aggravation and go right back on mute. Chef ain't participating. Y'all the niggas taking them serious. Hits told that nigga some compassionate, all kind of shit, stats, numbers, this, that, and the other, and his fucking responses. I don't understand none of that shit.
That nigga called Cuban a squatter earlier.
Yeah, he said Cuban told that nigga he was a tough time in his life, all kind of shit. You was living in a bando. You talking about shit? Be damn, I go get a source for
that was dirty.
God, fucking put a bullet in my head for I fucking get a source for Chef. For carnivorous. Fuck carnivorous. Chef, my nigga, I don't even know who carnivorous is.
And to carnivorous, just so you know, when I say you were trolling, that's the. I believe that you believe some of what you said. That's the only reason why I said that is because, like, you do be kind of lighting the match and walking away, like nigga. I'll be getting in the car with you, and then
listen.
Hey, that nigga done jumped out a block away.
Carnivorous is just enjoying the fact that we're discussing him while he's on mute. Just stop talking about it.
That nigga's watching him right now. He said he's gonna do it.
No,
what up, y'all?
Smalls, you don't remember none of these conversations that him and Fetty used to have? You don't remember none of those conversations?
Yeah.
Are these not the exact? These are he was killing. When I say killing, he was murdering Fetty for the same stances he got right now.
Same stances, yeah.
Come on, bro. So don't worry about carnivorous. Chef will be back one day.
Yeah, I don't mean. So my bad, bro. I didn't mean.
But now, where was we at with the worst? We're not doing worse. So where's the all right? So the question was answered. Now what?
Are we getting worse or better? Well, I already gave my opinion. Maybe.
Well, I mean, okay, so since we're not getting worse, but I mean, for me, I guess this is where the part kind of sounds insensitive. But since we're not getting worse, I'm not so sure where we benefit from harping. Right? It's almost like if that's the case, you can't deny that some progress has been made. Right? If once you acknowledge that it's not getting worse, you can't go on and say like, oh, it's never been this bad. You know what I'm saying? It's getting better. So, like I would say at that point, you got an opportunity to really pick which one you're gonna focus on. Right? I can actually have enough leeway to focus on the stuff that I can do. I don't have to just harp on all the stuff that's in the way. So I guess we would have to be just acknowledging how fortunate we are to some degree. But yes, we are fortunate enough to be able to have things to take advantage of. And it'd be a separate conversation about if we do that well. But yes, we actually can be proud of all the stuff we have accomplished and feel good about the stuff that we should be able to accomplish in the future because of our previous accomplishments. So that's just my go ahead, go for it.
No, I just want to say things are getting better, but it depends on the metric. And some metrics, specifically when we talk about wealth, it won't get better because the people that you're competing with are not going to stop. And the gap is just going to get larger and larger and larger and larger. So only something really, really transformative, i.e. like reparations, would solve that problem. I mean, this is why the reparations discussion popped up in the first place, because people were looking at the numbers and looking at the data. Oh, nothing can fix this other than the government like injecting resources to a specific group that was harmed in a specific way. So I want to say that. And another thing that we have to watch out for with white supremacist racists and the Charlie Kirk types and the talking head right wingers, what they always do is look at these stats in a bubble. And they never want to address like the history behind why things are the way they are. So, why are your stats so bad? But they'll discount 250 years of slavery and 100 years of Jim Crow.
Right.
That never matters. The context never matters. The context why y'all live in the ghetto when they created the ghetto never matters. And so, that's like the gaslighting part of why things are the way they are and how things are built to be the way they are. Somebody got to drive Uber, and it's going to be your kids unless you got money saved. And the way people like talk and clown black folks, I just kind of want to know, like, what's your net worth? Because people be in this room talking like their net worth is $500,000 or $1 million. And going by the stats, I don't think it is for people to have some of the attitudes and the opinions they have.
Mine is.
Is how high?
Hey, Ashton,
good for you. You're a rarity.
I'm gonna warn you, like every other sensible human being that participates in these conversations. Don't deal with carnivores.
I mean,
men better than you have tried to speak sensibly to that crazy nigga. Just wait till Chef get back. When Chef get back, we'll have a decent conversation. Because
we have an issue with mental health in our community.
Yeah, yes, exactly. It's the death of our
anti-intellectualism.
Yeah.
We got a lot of issues, but ultimately, I want to
read self-destructive disorder.
That
let
me read this tweet real quick.
They immediately go to I. What I do. What I'm doing.
What I do.
What
told me 100 times that I was a millionaire. So now
you can be one.
I ain't say that so you can tell niggas. I can tell you that I ain't say that shit so you can tell motherfuckers that you ain't shit.
That part.
Yeah, I told you so that you would be able to understand what a lot of times motherfuckers be owning homes, Aston, and you know this. They'll look up and they don't even fucking realize. Most times it'll take an accountant to tell you, like, did you know, you're worth da 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 da. Most people don't know. They're like, well, my house is worth 7. I got this asset, I got these assets, I got this 401k, I got this property, I got that. And then you look up, you're like, well, shit, you know you're a millionaire, right? You got to play a different game. No, I'm not. I just own a home. I'm making it, motherfucker, be a millionaire and making it check to check. You don't even realize.
Not what it used to be. If you own a house in California, you're a millionaire. If you like halfway paid off your house and you've been working for 20, 25 years and you got 100,000 in 401k, congratulations. You're like in the top 3% of Black America with just like 300k liquid. And 300k ain't shit.
Chef just wanted to be able to say, look at me. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you,
Good
nigga?
for him. Good for him. But if you live around your people, everybody else is going to be broke. And your people don't have enough money to live in America. And it's like, you can talk about how bad Black folks are doing, but white people have broken the social contract about what it means to do to keep your nose straight and go to school and get a job. So when you read those studies, the Jamal and the Keisha getting the callbacks, or the white felon getting the job over the Black person with no criminal record, or the white high school dropout getting the job over the Black person that got a college degree, then that means your college degree ain't shit. And everything they tell you to do ain't shit. They don't want you here because you're Black. And once you get to that point where you're given jobs, because we don't control, the economic landscape to give jobs. Once you get to that point, like, it's a wrap. And if the system is not working for people, then people are going to check out of the system. And they can say, okay, you told us to go to school and do this and keep our nose clean. And I did that, but the white felon's still getting jobs. You know what? Don't be surprised when you at the light and a 15-year-old got a gun in your face. It kind of is what it is. But I wanna end with this tweet. This is an excellent tweet for all the genetic folks, right? And it's about termites. Anybody here familiar with the soldier termite, the one with the huge jaws?
I've seen them before.
No? You've seen them before.
Yeah,
okay, so here's this guy's tweet. If you look at the soldier termite with its massive specialized jaws, you could ask, what caused this? A simple answer would be the activation of specific genes during the development caused proteins to be produced that built the jaws in this shape. This is true, but it's an incomplete story. It doesn't answer the next more important question. What caused those specific genes to be activated in that specific way? And this is where everyone leaves, because they already got the first question that they wanted to know, and they don't even care anymore. But person goes on. A termite colony is not just a bunch of termites. It's a highly organized social system, an emergent entity. It has needs. It needs to find food, defense against predators, reproduce, etc. The overall structure is the formal cause. The colony's survival in its final cause, the colony needs to be communicated to its individual members. When a colony is under threat or lacks defenders, the existing termites and the queen change the mix of chemical signals they release into the environment. A developing termite larva is bathed in this chemical soup. The specific pheromones it encounters act as constraints on its developmental process. These external signals trigger internal genetic switches. If the larva is exposed to the "we need more soldiers" chemical cocktail, its developmental pathway is channeled away from becoming a worker and towards becoming a soldier. The genes for jaw development are overexpressed while others are suppressed. The conclusion, the termite has no choice in its development when it comes to the colony. So you can sort of think about that, and us in America and this 400-year experience, and we only really been free for 50 years. And a lot of people don't understand that. They haven't looked at the numbers like that. They don't realize we've been enslaved in America longer than we've been free. You got to get to 2050 and then it'll equal out. They talking about the numbers to match wealth parity with white folks. It'll take 250 years. How long were we enslaved? 250 years. Whoa, what a coincidence. Who would have thought? And so the context is key when it comes to a lot of this stuff. I don't know what the answer is, but when the social contract is broken and people are saying do A, B, and C, and you don't get the rewards for doing A, B, and C, people gonna revolt, and people gonna say fuck it, and they're gonna just do whatever, and it's gonna cause social collapse. What you see now, in my opinion, is social collapse. Everything and what's supposed to happen, the whole shit together, is not happening, and then the whole thing just collapses like House of Cards. That's pretty much all I gotta say. Except for the last thing, dealing with crime. Don't let white people define crime, because all the stuff that they do, they're going to take it away from crime. They're going to focus on very specific crimes, but all they shit. Number one, they're going to remove crimes against humanity. They're going to talk about how violent you are, but you here in the first place because of them. They killed 6 million Jews. They killed 50 million Indians. They crashed the stock market. LIBOR scandal, H&M scandal, savings and loan scandal, Lehman Brothers, AIG, Enron, this dude's island, wage theft. Wage theft is in the hundreds of billions of dollars every single year, but that's not crime. Dumping all this shit in the river, pollution, all the stuff that they do, they don't count that as crime. It's just whatever. All the corruption, all the lobbying, all the theft. We went over to Iraq and killed 1 million Iraqis for oil in an illegal war. It's illegal, but that's not crime. So always keep that in mind. I know who the biggest criminals are if you really want to run the numbers. It ain't us. It's not even close.
Give me 1 second, brother.
Thank y'all for coming to my TED Talk.
Hold on, Aston. Don't leave just yet. Don't leave.
All right.
Yeah. Hold on. Just appreciate you.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up the score with.
I appreciate you, brother. Couldn't have said it. Couldn't have said it.
No problem.
Couldn't have said it no different. And you know what's funny when we talk about the crime? I never even considered to look at it when we talking about these Western civilizations and the sprinkling of all this fucking freedom. I never even thought to give them credit for Holocaust.
Yeah.
I never thought to give them credit for Enron and savings and loans and the Great Depression. Never thought to give them credit for that. And the funny thing is, I'm a person that constantly says, because they don't want diversity, they're going to sink this country because there ain't enough of them. And I never thought to realize that they are committing the biggest crimes in history. Every black kid, if we counting only crime as black kids shooting black kids in the street and forget about the Holocaust, because don't they count as doesn't that count as civilization, correct? Or no?
I think it does, but they don't count crimes against humanity. That don't count.
Crimes against humanity. I appreciate you asking.
I was watching a special on, I think it was like, What Would You Do? I think it was ABC where they have like a skit and see who gonna call.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, them restaurants, they teasing the handicapped person or something like that. What would you do? Yeah.
It was one where it was about stealing bikes, right? And we're gonna have a black person steal a bike, and we're gonna have a white person steal a bike. They got bolt cutters, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so, of course, everybody calling the cops on the black people, and hardly anybody is calling the cops on the white dude. Interestingly enough, some black kids who were part of the staff were sleeping in the car, and while the white dude was stealing the bikes, they were getting more of the calls about the black kids sleeping in a car than the white person stealing the bike. And they did it for like a week over a certain number of hours. And I sat there and ran the numbers. For every one bike that a black person stole, a white person could have stole like 1,000 bikes. Because we've all seen this data, like car stops, where they stop more black people, but according to the data, the white people that they do stop more likely have contraband. So why not just stop more white people and make an arrest? They don't do that. And the numbers are so skewed. You can't even talk about crime because we investigating you more. We stopping you for bullshit more. So everything is like unequal in the first place. It's like it's all a game. And I used to work in finance, so I see the theft. I see it every day. You know, I see it every day.
I appreciate it. Unless y'all got something else, I can close on that note. You got something like it, Chef said? Anybody?
Nah, I'm just popping in and see what y'all doing. I'm riding home on a long commute.
I'll give you something to close on. And this is what you
Whenever
have
I
to start
walked in,
doing
I
to
asked
them.
to embody that shit though. Whatever he walked in on.
Yeah,
that
right.
was great. That was
Said.
great.
I mean, I
caught a good tidbit of that.
But this is, you got to drive it home with them because you have to explain to them how they killed Charlie Kirk. Because when it comes to us, like the dudes in Chicago shooting shit up, the women twerking on the car, the guy that's failing out of school, you know, whatever it is that they are dysfunction, they put it all in one pot. Even the guy that stabbed the lady on the bus or the train or whatever, like he was
on the bus,
crazy.
yeah.
He was crazy though. But they group a schizophrenic person who don't know where they are stabbing some woman with all that's black crime. So you have to do the same thing with them, and you have to group when they want to say, "Oh no, that's not us, that's the leftists." No, those are white people. All that lives.
Dude, they invited the dude that
y'all don't like.
That choked the guy on the subway. They invited him to the White House. Yeah.
That all the crazy stuff they do. Y'all want to do this and change y'all kids, and y'all want to cut y'all dick off and all this, the bathroom shit, and all that is y'all dysfunction. Don't let them split hairs and say, oh no, those are the leftists and those are the Nazis. And no, that's the LGBTQ crazy army. That's not, no. All y'all have a dysfunction. And y'all group all our shit together. So we're gonna group all your stuff together. And then they'll sort of get that wake up call. Yeah, we did kill Charlie Kirk. It wasn't them. It was us. All right, y'all.
Word up.
Yeah, Aston B dropped the bomb. I would love to hear.
I try.
I would love to hear Chef's opinion on it.
I don't think Chef has an opinion. I think he has a position.
Yeah, and that's the one thing I don't like to have the conversation with. These conversations are coming. It might sound like I have a bias. I might or sound like I'm taking a stance, but this was a tough one. Today it might seem like it's cut and dry and simple, but I mean, people present it as when the conversation stayed on track. You know, good points on both sides. So, but yeah, but because it's something that I wrestled with once Brass finally came in and presented some information. And we kind of got off track because the conversation went somewhere else. But later on, once he presented some information, like I have some questions. Like I'm still wrestling with it. Like personal account, and even with the question that DQ asked earlier, which we never answered. What's the threshold from personal accountability to the threshold? What's the cutoff line? Personal accountability or systematic oppression? We still haven't really established that. So yeah, it was a good combo.
I don't
like
the thing is, I don't think
I
it
actually
can
think
be
that's a
one.
good question.
It can't be a cutoff line.
Yes, there is.
Because if I don't control access to jobs and you tell me go to school and don't go to jail, and I go to school and I stay out of jail, but you're still giving jobs to white high school dropouts and white felons, like the game is rigged. it's either on or off switch at that point. And
or Aston B, what about when Brass brought up, if let's say you do slip up, the fact that you'll get a penalty that's much worse than like I can't ignore that shit because the
crack versus cocaine.
I'm not ignoring it, but like man, welcome to planet Earth, bro. This shit is fucked up.
I got you.
I mean, I'm not ignoring it, but I'm saying that so for me, I think that you can make a separation based on what you choose to focus on, right? Do you choose to focus on the things that could potentially be the pitfalls, or you figure it out? That's what I see the focus is. I mean, not the focus, but I think that's where the dividing line is. Of course, you can get super technical and say you can't really unwind the two things from happening, but like, man, for me, like, am I thinking about that as I'm doing all that stuff? I mean, I'm aware of it, don't get me wrong, but I mean, I gotta focus on what I can do.
Yeah.
So I mean, that would almost be taking it like 100% accountability, like almost in my head, even though I know, like, I'm completely aware that I am up against adversities, but my actions don't. I mean, I ain't gonna say they don't change, but I still gotta figure it out despite the adversities.
And so, Aston B, do you understand why I wrestle with this? Because when Logic says what he just says, there is truth within that. Like, I'm sorry, like, I have to admit that. Like, we know the goddamn deck is stacked up against us. We know the weight is on our ankle, as Brass put it